Brand new contracts are signed for a Panther veteran who deserves it, and maybe one of the most productive members of the offense could potentially be on the trade block. C3 Legion, welcome back to another edition of the C3 Friday Free For All. If you would like to be a part of this show that is for Panthers fans, by Panthers fans, but then damn it, you can do so. Jump in that link that I have pinned to the top of the YouTube chat and to the top of the Facebook chat. Feel free to join via StreamYard and be a part of this Panther conversation that we are going to have today. You already know I got my Commander Generals with me ready to get at it. First up, you know him, you love him. He might tell you to shut the hell up. You might love that he tells you to shut the hell up. You might hate that he tells you to shut the hell up. Either way, just like death and taxes, Pickle gonna tell you to shut the hell up. It's Panther Pickle. What's up, dude?
Let me just say this, because it's long overdue today. And those of you, some of you may know why. G baby, shut the hell up. Makes me feel a whole lot better in life.
All right. I knew you needed that. I knew you needed to get that out of your system, and I'm sure you'll have multiple opportunities to do that today. Let me run through these intros right quick. Next up, you know we got the brand ambassador, these ill skills rocking photos of the man who is in question to go back to his old team. These, what's up, brother?
Nothing much, Cody. It's been a great week for C3 and the C3 Legion. Just a fantastic week, to be honest. I've really enjoyed it, but it's been pretty tiring, too. We've put out a lot of content this week, but I have enjoyed every minute of it with all these great Panthers fans here at C3. Well, I still have a Thielen. I have a Thielen today. I may not have a Thielen tomorrow, but I got one for today, Cody. Thought I'd rock some Thielen in the background for this show tonight. Looking forward to it. It should be a good one. There's tons of stuff I want to talk about. Let's get into it, Cody. You know me. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, my brother. I'm ready to go.
Let's roll. I love it, man. Next up, you know we got my brother Jake the Snake. Just found out why they put them damn nitrogen balls in the Guinness bottle. Ain't that a bitch? Jake, what up, brother?
You just had to put me on blast. Man, I'm doing great, Cody. We got less than 3 weeks until the season opener, man. I'm super excited, man. I'm ready to see what this team's made out of. I know we still got questions on the team, and I'm looking for them to be, answered, hopefully for the positive, y'all. And keep pounding.
Yes, sir. Keep pounding. Next up, my man holding it down on the left coast. That's the West Coast, representing Panther Nation all the way out in sunny California. It's my bro Alex, 814 Panthers. What's up, dude?
What up, Cody? Happy Friday, fellas. I'm excited. Football just around the corner. Carolina football coming up. I'm excited to talk about Panther football today with my boys. Let's get into it, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all. Let me welcome in a few more folks. You know, we got Poppin' back on the free for all just in time. What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
I'm back. Bang, bang.
Yes, sir.
What's happening, everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful, man. It's another Friday, and you know we have a free for all on a Friday, so it's gonna be lit no matter what. Next up, we got my homie Locks man in the building. Locks, do I got you, bro?
Yo, you got me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Yeah, I'm in here. Cold dog, pickle.
Man?
Y'all boys, I'm in here.
What's up, wonderful
That's
man?
what's up. Let me remind everybody that we are also streaming live to kick.com. Hey, have that kick up in the background, man, so that way we can get them viewers up there, push us up the recommended list. We appreciate y'all tremendously. Boys, ain't nothing to it but to do it. Let's roll. Taylor Mouton.
Let's rock it.
They bring this up.
All right. Yo, you also, we're streaming on multiple other platforms. So if y'all get in the situation, sometimes you get in a situation, you're always welcome to follow us on one of them. Just shoot us a like.
We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitter, we're on Kick. Hey, bro, anywhere where you can find streaming, you will find us, boys. So, look, let's just jump right into it, man. Today, the Panthers and offensive tackle Taylor Mouton have agreed to terms on a new contract extension to keep him in Carolina for years to come. It's a 2-year, $44 million deal with $40 million guaranteed. Taylor Mouton was due $17.5 million this year, the final year of his deal. Now he has guaranteed money moving forward in a deal negotiated by Wayne Sports Group. We have long talked about if this was something that the Panthers were going to do to try to free up some cap space dollars, and it looks like that is exactly what we did, man. So, boys, how are we feeling about this? What do you make of this? I'm going to look up how much money we saved by signing Taylor Mouton to this deal, but it seems as though now we are freeing up a lot more money. Maybe the Panthers are making some moves. We'll get into that in just a few minutes. But, boys, who wants to jump on it first? What do y'all make of Taylor Mouton getting extended?
Let me open because I've been kind of getting ridiculed since it came open. Some of y'all don't keep up, and you know, middle of last year. Long story real short. I was on a Tuesday night show, and I said I had been I ended up labeling myself as a Taylor Mouton hater, and that was due to my fault that I missed. Anyway, long story short, I was never against Taylor Mouton. I just thought that they would negotiate at the end of the year. But either way, I'm glad the deal's done. I'm glad he's going to be here. He's a good tackle, I should say great tackle, at least wise in pass blocking. Listen,
our most consistent offensive lineman
right,
the past 5 years, without a shadow of a doubt.
And let's all remember, y'all, when we drafted him, it was to play guard, not tackle. We were going to put Darrell Williams at tackle because he was drafted the year before to play tackle. But situations happened, and he ended up at tackle, and we're a better team for that. So congratulations, Taylor Mouton. And something I heard J.J. Jensen say on Kyle Bailey today, Taylor Mouton, it's a locker room joke. They're not certain how it got started, or that's what J.J. said. Every day they tell him happy birthday, whether it's his birthday or not. He laughs about it. He's the grandpa in the room because he's always the guy that gets on him for being a slob. Pick your clothes up. Let's straighten this area up over here. That's really sounds really cool to me like that. He's a father type. You know, he's that guy that always tells you to clean up after yourself. You know, happy birthday, Taylor Mouton.
Yeah, man, I knows. His parents made him do some chores when he was a kid, but need that in the locker room.
That's a fact.
And also, let me welcome Daniel to the show. Daniel, what's up, brother? How are you, man?
I'm doing well, guys. How are y'all? Just nursing my wife over here with COVID. So if I take off,
oh, bless your heart.
Hey, no problem, brother. We appreciate you for as long as we have you. So, by the way, the extension restructures Moton deal, lowering his 2025 cap hit from $31.35 million to around $19 million. So that's going to free up essentially an extra $12 million in cap space for the Panthers to be able to work with. This is a big time move for us. Who wants to jump on here next, man? Taylor Moton, what do y'all feel about this extension? And by the way, let's just jump into it. We don't have to wait forever. Do y'all think that this extension was purely locking up right tackle for at least the next 2 years? Or do you believe that this was done with freeing up more money in mind of potentially being able to sign another player that we have yet to sign yet? Maybe, let's just say the names. Maybe it's a Michael Parsons who fits perfectly into this 3-4 defense. Maybe it's a Trey Hendrickson who led the league in sacks the last 2 years in a row. What do y'all think about this?
Go ahead, Pickle.
I think it was both.
Okay.
I agree.
Let me get in Daniel real quick since he might have to bounce soon. Go ahead, Daniel.
I think it was both, because one, let's face it, linemen, whether defensive or offensive, it's hard to find. So I letting Moton go to me would have been a mistake, big mistake. So I believe that they did it with that in mind, and that they also realized that we need pieces. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how much of a hand we really showed in the preseason, but we really need we need defensive backs, and we just need linemen. Our rush, our pass rush is just not there. I don't see it. I could be wrong, but we do need help.
Yeah, there's lots of different ways you can look at this. So let me go to my boy Jay. Jay, jump in on this.
I mean, I think it's. I agree with what he just said. Daniel just said. I 100% agree with that. I think it's a mixture of both. I think it, is good for both. Good business overall from both sides. I'm glad that he's going to be with us for his career. I mean, we drafted him in 2017. He's been that one constable stable on some horrible offensive lines that we've had to deal with since then. I mean, he's been that one guy that you can count on. I mean, he didn't really miss a game, really. I mean, he has had a few, but not many at all. And, I mean, the dude, he's got a passion, man. He plays with passion. I mean, and it's another thing that's taken care of that we don't have to worry about for at least another 2 years after this season. So it's a positive all the way around. I'm so excited, man. I'm so happy, man, that we got Taylor Mouton for another 2 years after the season.
I asked this to y'all before the start of the show. Do y'all think him providing some of the waterworks in that press conference a few weeks ago added anything to this decision, or was that a genuine moment of emotion? Deez, let's go to you, man. How are you feeling about it?
Well, one thing that is very real in this day and age is doing something in a genuine moment of emotion, and that's picking up your cell phone. Everybody's got one. And I guarantee you, on Taylor Mouton's cell phone, he's got the number to his agent. And he probably had his agent feeding him a line of stuff like, I'm gonna make you the highest paid tackle in the league. You're gonna be number one in the league. We just gotta hold out. We're gonna make this happen. You know what I mean? And he probably picked up the phone and said, you know what, man, I really like being a Carolina Panther. I want to stay here. I want you to get the deal done. I'm tired of this mess.
Yeah.
He probably, bowed up a little bit on his agent and made this thing happen. And because Mike K put out the tweet, and I couldn't figure it out. He said it was curious coming together by both sides. And I'm like, what does that mean? And I still don't understand what he meant by it. Maybe you can explain it to me later. But let me put something in perspective about Taylor Mouton, Cody. He's been in the league, a Carolina Panther, for 8 seasons. He's given up 16 sacks. Chandler Zavala gave up 17 sacks in his first season. So that's the caliber that we have. That's the level of player we have in Taylor Mouton. I've spoken on it before. I'll say it again. He needs to go into the Ring of Honor. It's hard when you go through Panthers history to find a better right tackle for the Carolina Panthers. There's not one. He should go into the Ring of Honor. And they need to make that right altogether because they've already said that they're not going to induct anybody this year. They need to go back and grab guys from 1998 that deserve to be in there. They need to grab guys from 2003 that deserve to be in there. They need to get these older guys out of the way first while the fans are still around to celebrate it, that watch those players, and the players themselves are still around to celebrate it, being a Carolina Panther. It's fun to celebrate great Carolina Panthers, and that's what Taylor Mouton is, Cody.
That is exactly what he is. And by the way, we've also known for a while now that the Panthers have the most expensive offensive line in the NFL. Let me tell you, we knew it was true before, but it's damn sure true now because Taylor Moton is now tied for the 3rd highest paid right tackle in the NFL behind only Penei Sewell and Lane Johnson. So this is something that I think Dan Morgan and Brent Tillis have been working on for a while. In the shadows, they may not have been able to get it the moment that they wanted it. But listen, so far, Brent Tillis and Dan Morgan have been able to sign so many of our players before the market absolutely exploded. Like we all saw what Rashawn Slater just got resigned to a couple of years before the start of this season. He's now the highest paid left tackle in the NFL. Man, to me, this is a sign of Dan Morgan and Brent Tillis knowing when to strike when the time is right. Alex, how you feeling?
No, I'm super excited that we re-signed Taylor Mouton. I mean, it keeps our offensive line intact. and keeps everyone together, which I'm really, really happy about. I always think if you could keep your O-line intact and everyone's in sync, like that's a big deal. You win games in the trenches, whether it's your offensive line or your defensive line. So keeping these guys together as one, like Damian Lewis, Robert Hunt, Taylor Mouton, these guys, Icky, like these guys are going to be together for a while. And I'm just excited to see what happens in these next few years with this line. So I'm so happy for Taylor Mouton, and he's somebody that's kicked the can for money down the road. Like he's someone that's always been, when it comes to the organization, he's always put them first. So I'm just excited that he's able to, we were able to repay him like what he deserved.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I believe Dan Morgan said in one of those blueprints, he mentioned the importance of paying the players that have been fighting for your organization, that have been busting their ass, trying to win football games as a Carolina Panther, and especially when we've been so bad, and yet Taylor Mouton has been so consistent. Dude, it's hard to think of someone who deserves this extension more than Taylor Mouton. But boys, I want to jump to the other question that I asked. So right now, the Carolina Panthers are sitting at around $20.5 million in free cap space left to spend. What is this money going to be used for? Are they just going to let this flow over into next year? What is the purpose of freeing up this much cap space dollars? Is there an intention behind this? Are the Carolina Panthers working in the shadows to make a blockbuster trade? Jump on it.
Well, let me tell you what I think, and I understand people blockbuster trade. That I got a better idea, y'all. We got two young, good defensive ends. Excuse me, I'm trying to rephrase those. Two young edge rushers. I think we should let them develop. Now there are two really good pass rushers available. If I was going to trade for any and I had my pick, I'd trade for Michael Parsons because he's a little younger, and basically you're going to pay the same amount of money for either. So, but here's what I would do. Before I did that, I would put my money where my mouth is. We as a fan base are very high on Jalen Coker. God, we rank him up real high. Now he's an exclusive rights free agent this year, but damn if I wouldn't go ahead and re-sign him to a longer contract. Sign him now, it's a lot cheaper. Now there's also we have a long list of free agents that are getting ready to walk out the door. Let me tell you another thing. After this season, Christian Rosebroom is a free agent. So
yeah,
Cade
but that'd be
Mays
pretty wild if this money was for Roseboom or something that.
Cade Mays is a free agent. Austin Corbin's a free agent.
Yeah.
DJ Wonnum's a free agent.
Hey.
I'm just saying Brady Christian's a free agent. I'm just saying there is a thought process that we could use that to secure the offensive line for multiple amount of years, or we could blow it all on one player.
So some really good comments in the chat. Shout out JD says they could be preparing
Absolutely
to pay Icky.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna be real. I don't love that. Not yet. Anyway. Also, shout out to they changed all the names on Facebook. So apologize if I'm not recognizing you. JSN23NC says keep it. Gotta resign Bryce Young if he has a good year. So people are also theorizing that it could be to potentially extend our quarterback. Shout out to Justin Anvil with the $5 C3 bomb. Says they got Moton's deal done to help the team, freeing up cap space for Hendrickson. If they trade Thielen, they'll free up more cap space. Taylor Mouton deserves it. He absolutely does. Go ahead, Alex, and then I'm going to let someone in. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, you made some valid points, Pickle, but like when you have a guy like Parsons that wants out, to me, that's a game changer right there. Our defense is something that we've lacked last year, and it was really, really bad. No pressure to the quarterback, and he's somebody that could do that for us. I know he would cost a lot of money. I know we wouldn't be able to pay some of these guys, but even the guys that you named, I wouldn't lose sleep over especially if we got a guy like Micah Parsons coming in.
Let me ask you this question though, just curiosity's sake. Average per year, how much you think Michael Parsons will make?
Over 30 million.
Because TJ Watts is making
Easy.
$36 million a year.
Cool.
So
if
He's
Parsons
below
resigns, they will make him the most expensive edge rusher in the NFL.
right,
By
right.
far. There's no way around it.
I mean, let's be real. I mean, and Micah Parsons is an elite talent. I want y'all to understand. I really mean he's an elite talent. But you got to think though. You're going to give up how many picks to get him? Maybe even a player or two. Then you're going to give him a nice big fat contract. You got to think long term. Or that's what I do. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I shouldn't think long term. Maybe I'm too old to be up here and talking football because I don't think short term is that much. But if I think long term, I'm going to have if I trade for Micah Parsons, and I give him all that money, I'm not certain I'm going to have the money to pay Bryce if he deserves it.
Yeah.
I'm not certain I'm going to have money to pay Icky even if he deserves it.
Yeah. Well, let me bring in Poppin. Poppin, tell me what you feel about this. Taylor Mouton being re-signed, how you feel about this move, and do you think that they made this move with the intention of making another big-time signing before the season starts?
Well, I agree with the move as far as them signing Taylor Mouton. That was smart. And I mean, like I said, I mean, if you think about building the best offensive line, there's no way you can leave Taylor Mouton off of it after looking at Carolina Panther history. So that being said, I mean, congratulations to him. I'm glad he's staying. And now, it's time to focus on other areas of the team. Puts a lot of pressure on Icky. I know that. He's going to have a great year. Yeah, that's what I think about Taylor Mouton. Yeah.
So what about the potential of them doing this to free up space to potentially get another big-time player on this defense before the start of the season?
See, a lot of people, and this is just me, but this is just how I think. I think we have one of the best money men in the NFL history. It's not coming out my pockets. That show ain't coming out none of the fans' pockets. So I don't think that Brent Tillis will put us in a financial situation where we will have to worry about if we do sign a big time sign. That's just me. I think he's smart enough. I think he's crafty enough. And I think he should get more praise just looking at what he did today. So if we did decide to go get, Hendrickson or Michael Parsons, there's nobody that's going to complain about, oh, my God, no, they went and got – bruh, you're going to be excited. I mean, you talking about superstar. So, I mean, we're all acting like, it's coming out of our pocket. It is not. Now, the future-wise, if you ain't cutting it, you got to go anyway. I don't want you here if you haven't earned it anyway. You just allow somebody else to get paid because you didn't do your job. And then the salary cap is going up every year. These guys play with money, man. They'll figure it out. I'm not worried about it. But anything to improve my team, our team, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I want to tell I agree. I think it's like if you have the opportunity to get a guy like Micah Parsons, I understand what Pickle was saying. We gotta for the future. But the thing is that how much longer? We've been waiting for a long time for something. We need something here bad. And I just think he's somebody that would just completely 180 change this defense. Can you imagine Parsons, Derek Brown, and J.C. Horn? Then you're talking. Now you're talking. You got some guys on the defensive side of the football. That's just my opinion on that. Though.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you got it in three different levels too. You got them on the defensive line, you got them at middle linebacker or outside linebacker, I should say, and then you got corner in secondary. So you got it at three different levels. I agree.
Yeah.
And Icky too. I mean, the thing is like how sold are we on Icky Ekwonu? We haven't been sold. So it's one of those things where it's like maybe we look for Icky or another left tackle in the draft. You know, it's just like who knows. I mean, that's my opinion. I don't think any of us have been really sold on Icky yet.
My opinion is I do not love the idea of signing Kim Ekwonu right now.
No,
just because I want to see him prove to be a premier pass protector in the NFL before we give him top left tackle money. Like, I mean, he needs a big year before I'm chomping at the bit to sign Kim Ekwonu. But I'm not a pocket watcher, bro. If he ends up deserving that money, I'm gonna want him to get paid just like everybody else. Same. But I'm not at that point yet. When we interviewed Joe Person last Tuesday night, he also made the point that this defense is not one defensive player away.
Nope.
So, what do y'all make of that? Let me welcome in Chooks to the Friday Free for All. What's up, dude?
How's it going? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday
out here in Wyoming, man. Yeah, man. We're not one piece away, and some of y'all won't admit it, but some of y'all still have that Scott Fitterer mindset, in on every deal type of mindset, and we need to like forget about that because Michael Parsons is not going to change his defense. He's going to make it mid, and we still have pieces. We're not one piece away with that. Icky, okay, you're saying about Icky, you're not sold on Icky. If Icky is not going to be given the fifth, the league will pick him up. Look, good tackles are not easy. Y'all saying like tackles are so easy to find, so easy to pick up. Like, that's not a situation where I'm not willing to trade for that. And the offensive line that we bitch and complain about the offensive line for years. And this is the time y'all want to give up? Nah, I'm not feeling that.
I agree with you, Chooks. I agree with you, Chooks.
I agree, but at the same time, I don't think
I'm not in favor of spending all this on one guy. But I'm sure you didn't hear me. I just
came in. I feel like in the sense where, and if you're talking now, I probably didn't talk about this yet. The Adam Thielen thing, okay, the security blanket. Some of you guys have trumpeted that. Yes, we need to get younger, but you can't get mad at younger guys making mistakes now. If he's gone, the growing pains are going to be the growing pains. Everyone says, let's do a youth movement. Okay, if you're okay with 7 and 10, 6 and 11 with a youth movement, sure. Cool, but I know fans are not going to be like that. So in the sense where you have to take the good with the bad, but like giving all your pieces away, I don't care if it's Michael Parsons or Trey Hendrickson at a lesser value. I'm not giving up pieces for that. I'm not giving up pieces. And if Adam Thielen go to 6th and 7th, let's keep him.
But we also, I do agree with you. You got to take the good with the bad. Just like if you give more carries to Adam because he's listed as a slot on your receiver, and at the end of the year, Coker says, "No, I want more playing time," and I'd rather do it somewhere else that can commit to me being a starter.
Well, Coker's under contract, so
no, he's not. Okay,
for this year.
Well, yeah, this year. I'm not talking about this year. I'm talking at the end of this year.
Let me see where Jalen.
Okay, and what? Let's also understand. So then when at the end of the middle of the year, or toward the end of the year, when no fan, he's just start complaining because Coker ain't got this many catches, or because this guy's not being used in the offense. No, you got the ball can only go to so many different places. Then you got running backs and you got tight ends that are going to be involved. And no, and I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying if you got to take the good with the bad, you have to accept that if you have a loaded wide receiver room, the guys at the bottom of the depth chart ain't gonna get that much touches.
So yeah, Jalen Coker is indeed a free agent after this year, or he's an ERFA.
Exclusive rights free agent.
Yeah, an exclusive rights free agent. Right. So
if they tag him,
that means that we have the opportunity to match if somebody makes an offer.
That means kind of in the sense that I was correct and also Pickle was correct. The Panthers have all the leverage next year too for him. Is my understanding because they have his rights.
Well, we'll see, man. Let me.
But that still doesn't. Yeah, you can make him
But
stay
what I'll
here,
say is
but he ain't gonna
Jalen
like
Coker.
it. So
Jalen Coker is not the person that I'm worried about not being able to re-sign on this team if we needed to, you know. But also, we have Bryce under a rookie contract for another 2 or 3 years. So to me, this is when you make these moves. Let me welcome in C3 Cole back on the free throw. Cole, what up, brother?
Happy Friday, boys. Good to be here with y'all. What's happening?
Happy Friday, bro. Tell me about this Taylor Mouton extension. How are you feeling about it? Did you think that it was done with the idea of freeing up money to potentially bring in a Michael Parsons or a Trey Hendrickson? How you feeling, dude?
I'm happy, Cody. A day can change a lot of things in the NFL. I mean, yesterday we wouldn't have thought this was going to happen today. And yesterday I was pro keeping Adam Thielen, but today I've changed my mind. Just because I would like to package that with what you did with Moton to free up even more money. And then, yes, I do believe, I'm not saying we will get them, but we are 100% chasing the big fish right now as we should be.
Okay. Who do you think that big fish is?
I want it to be Parsons, but it's probably Hendrickson. I don't know why, but I just think I think we're chasing Trey for some reason.
Cool. I'm like, yeah, like I understand. Like I forgot who the gentleman said about like where we're kind of thinking like Scott or Fitterer, but Fitterer brought in guys like, okay, yeah, I'm just saying like Fitterer brought in like giving big contracts to like Miles Sanders. See, that's not the same as Michael Parsons.
Not even close.
It's not close. Like this guy is a game changer. He's a game wrecker, and like. To me, it's like a no-brainer. I understand, like, we want to keep paying guys in the future, but like, we need to make a move now. We really do.
So what is this move going? What is this move going to get you? What is this? When we have no depth pieces, what is this move going to get you? What is this move is going to get you? 7-10, 8-9.
It's going to get you one guy getting a lot of money. And a bunch of other people not getting money.
We were just talking about how we're going to get.
How long do y'all want to sit? How long do y'all want to sit with your thumb and fingers up your ass and we not chase real players?
Right.
No,
it's about depth though.
Fuck our depth. We ain't got no depth right now anyway. You gonna put any of them sorry motherfuckers on the field? No.
So Michael Parsons,
0 depth.
Okay.
My thing is, we thought we were going to win 7 to 8 games this year with no Michael Parsons. So you're telling me we can't win more games with Michael Parsons on the
defense? If you get Henderson or Parsons, something else up, though.
What are you giving up? Picks? Who cares?
Are we going to draft a Michael Parsons or Henderson? Or
hold on. When you said who cares, I reminded people when they screamed last year.
Yes.
When you said who cares. When you say who cares, remember that bullshit. When we're doing mock drafts because we don't have a draft pick in the first or second round, and you want that top pick. Remember that shit.
But if I got 15 sacks in this lineup, I don't know.
All that money for that 5'10" quarterback that we hope like hell.
And you know what?
As good as
No, Pickle. Let me go on. Let me add on. You know what? Let me add on. You know why people hate Bryce Young? The people was going back and forth with Bryce Young, not because of his play or being the rookie, because we gave up damn much for him. And we're going to do the same thing if Michael Parsons doesn't live up to expectations. We go 6-11, 7-10, then we're crying and bitching and crying when we don't have picks in the future rounds. We're going to be bitching again. This is the same shit, bro. This is the same shit.
Michael Parsons is proven. He's a proven.
Look, I'm kind of with both sides. I care about the picks, but at the same time, you could always have a bust when it comes to a pick. You could have a first round bust happen all the time. It's nothing rare. It happened. I guarantee you, somebody that just got drafted in the first round, probably possible multiple people in the first round is going to be a bust. It happens. So my thing about it is, you know what you're going to get with Michael Parsons, or you know what you're going to get with him. You're going to get a guy. You're going to get a guy that's going to affect the game every game.
With Trey Hendrickson too.
Absolutely,
like Trey Hendrickson. Yeah, and by the way, for everybody who doesn't like for everyone who doesn't like a Jero Rivero, I feel like inevitably when we do move back to a 4-3, that Trey Hendrickson would fit that mold right away.
Yes,
whereas Michael Parsons is a 3-4 outside linebacker.
I don't. There's no guarantee that we'll ever move back to a 4-3.
So can I ask a question? So people who didn't want Brian Burns, let's say Brian Burns is a B minus, and didn't get paid that much. Y'all want an A+ who gets paid a lot and will give up people. That's a break even. That is a 7 and 10.
That's not fair. Look at Brian
8 and 9.
Like
I didn't compare them. Brian Burns is a B minus. Parsons is an A+.
Is there anything better than an A+?
But you have to pay. You have to pay for A+.
I'm paying.
Remember that.
Yeah.
I'm paying.
Yeah.
And by the way, y'all remember
listen,
y'all remember that the salary cap goes up like what, $10 million a year now? Like, dude, there's gonna be money to spend, you know. But like I said, the thing that always stops us from doing this is that the Carolina Panthers have been terrible for almost a decade now.
Right.
So it's like it would be one thing if we had a team that we knew was right on the precipice of winning, at least the division. But right now, we haven't even seen that we can win 8 games yet. Like, Myles Garrett and the Browns, they never win that many games.
Yep.
And he's one of the best players that there is. Do we know that this equals a winning football team just with the presence of one of them?
No.
That's what I listen to Browns.
I think so.
I listen to Browns radio.
We don't know that.
I get the opportunity to listen to Browns radio. They all talk about how their team is shit and they got a Ferrari, but the whole team around them is shit. That's what we're going to be talking about in the situation that things don't work out, and you'll be crying, complaining about picks. We don't have picks.
They're paying a quarterback like over $250 million. We don't have that issue. We're paying on a rookie contract. This is when you go pick up guys.
Exactly.
So how long do you think that rookie contract's going to last?
Tell him, Pickle.
I know it doesn't last forever, so that's why this is when you make those moves.
If you pick up, it fits you.
Listen, I'm all for Parsons. I like. I think Trey is a short term.
Right, Trey is short term. I agree.
Short term. He's not. Is he maybe 3 years? Maybe. Then you're going to stick him in a defense he's never played before, and we can all have a hope and dream, and maybe a lighted candle in the dark, and hope like hell that gust of wind don't blow it out. That we're going to switch to a 4-3. But reality is, as long as Temper's our owner, we may never switch to a 4-3. We don't know that. We don't know that we will. We don't know that we ain't. So at the very same 100% time, if we switch to a 4-3, we've got guys on our roster right now that don't fit a 4-3. So now, all that being said, all I want everyone to do, remember this moment when you said, if your offensive line is shit, you still got Michael Parsons. If you can't afford your growing wide receivers that you're going to have to pay in the next couple years, in the next 3 or 4 years, you can say, I still got Michael Parsons.
Yeah, man. Hey,
go
ahead.
When you have these other weapons that you've got to figure out what you want to pay, and you don't have the money, remember, you always have Michael Parsons. When your head coach is getting fired left or right because you can't afford salary cap, remember, you still got Michael Parsons.
Yep.
But I will say this, though, before I introduce some people into the show, the other guys that we have on edge, especially the young guys like Prince or like Nick Scorton and Princely, you man me yelling, bro, those dudes' lives are made 1,000 times more easy by having an animal like Michael Parsons on the edge, man. That's simply the truth. I think that would be better for their development, having them. It allows our defense to pin their ears back and play fast. Let me welcome some people into the show, bro. We have this maybe his first time. I don't know. I know we're happy to have him. Spivey to go on the free for all. Spivey, what's up, dude?
What's going on?
How you doing, brother? How you living, man?
I'm good. How you guys?
Doing wonderful, dude. Let me ask you this. What do you make of the Taylor Mouton extension? And do you think that we're freeing up money to make a big-time trade before the start of the season?
I mean, I like the Taylor Mouton extension because I feel like it's showing loyalty to vets. We need to keep an offensive line around and have, like Huntley was just Robert Hunt was just saying on the blueprint How this is the first
Yeah,
time in his NFL career he's ever had the same offensive line returning. So that's a big deal.
that is a big deal, especially Robert Hunt, who plays literally right next to Taylor Mouton. That's huge for both of those guys. Absolutely. What about the potential trade? Do you think they were looking to trade for either Michael Parsons or Trey Hendrickson?
I don't know if they're looking to trade, but if they did trade, I would rather have Parsons. I mean, Parsons is a freaking athlete, man. Like, I hear all the stuff these people are
Yeah.
saying, but you put Parsons on a defense. I mean, if you're in our reality, our whole defense is new from last year, pretty much. But besides like Derek Brown and JC, like this is a whole new defense. So everybody that keeps saying we're not one player away, we really don't know what we are away because we haven't seen this starting defense on the field in a single game.
Yeah.
So how can we really say that if we're one player away, if we're two players away? But I know if you put Michael Parsons out there with Derek Brown and J.C. Horn and some of these new rookies,
You hear me?
Thank you.
is
Say it louder for the people in the back, please.
yes, you put him out
Let's
there
go.
with this current
Us
defense.
people in the back can hear just good.
Good, good, pickle. Good,
He was
good.
targeting you,
Why-
Pickle.
I know, dude. All fantastic points. And from the beautiful Isles of Hawaii, let me welcome in my brother JD back on the free for all. JD, what's up, dude?
Hey, what's good, man? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear, brother.
Hey, I'm gonna try. I ain't got a whole lot of time to really talk, so I'm gonna try to get everything that I got in my head out as quick as possible. With the Timo situation, that's just damn good business. He clearly wants to be here, and this team ain't been successful for a while. So for him to want to be here, that's good business. That shows you put in the work, you're gonna get paid. The whole conversation around AT, I was in the camp of you don't move off of Adam Thielen at all because of the rapport him and Bryce has. I'm not sure if I came onto the show in the last couple of weeks and said it, but last year, that final drive against the Falcons, I feel like everything that Adam Thielen's been for Bryce, that torch got passed to Coker. That drive started off with Bryce going to Thielen. That drive got closed out with Bryce going to Coker. Once, twice, three, if I'm not mistaken, four times. So, and keeping that in mind, I'm perfectly fine with them moving on from AT. It opens up more opportunity for the younger guys. You already got a young core. I think Adams already mentored the young dudes as much as he could. If this is his final year, ain't no reason why he shouldn't want to go back to Minnesota. I think that would be, again, good business. And with this whole freeing up cap space thing, I would love for us to get Micah because I'm more so in the camp of fuck them picks, especially with the way that Morgan and his front office has been able to identify talent, like no matter where they're at in the draft. Like I'm really high on Cam Jackson. Like as the all season has wore on, Cam Jackson is a player that I'm paying a little bit more attention to. Just like the dude's a big body, he puts it together. That could be an anchor for that defensive line, regardless of 3-4, 4-3. So as it pertains to a talent like Michael Parsons, fuck them picks, man. Like give him whatever. You probably gonna have to come up off a player just to make room for him to come to the team. And like Cody said, do you understand how much easier Scourton, how much easier Yelling shit, even Income, how much easier it becomes for them boys to get to the QB with a talent like Micah out there. Like he's proven. He gonna command top dollar, but he's proven that he deserves top dollar. So if you can get Micah, fuck them picks, man. But hey, that's all I wanted to say. Y'all boys keep pounding. Love the show. Know y'all gonna keep it going. I had to hop in because y'all were getting heated. I had to share my 2 cents in, man. But
Yes,
y'all keep
sir.
pounding, bro.
I'm glad you joined in, man.
Yes,
Good
sir.
stuff.
Yes, sir.
Cody, pull up Panthro 7496 comment.
Right here.
Yeah. Those of
For
you
those
who
who
are
want
wanting us,
Parsons, Winners giving up the farm for one player and paying them more money than any non-quarterback ever worked out. If you can give me an example, I will get on board.
The closest I can think of, but this is old. I can give you a recent one. Khalil Mack, kind of, sort
So
of.
how,
They went.
how many playoffs did the Bears get? I'll not even say Super Bowl. How many playoffs did they win while Khalil Mack was on the roster?
I feel like I haven't.
None.
I haven't. I have an
Exactly.
example.
So it ain't necessarily worked out, has it?
Right, but
Yes,
listen,
of course,
I have an example that I feel is better than that. What about AJ Brown, wide receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles, went from the Titans to the Eagles? I mean, they've won. They've been in 2 Super Bowls, have they not?
Right, but they didn't give up the farm for him.
No,
And
Titans
they
was
still
stupid.
gave up a lot.
Well,
Titans
they
was
gave up
stupid.
some,
No,
yeah, but they didn't give up the farm, but they also had other players around him. The Eagles had other players around him, so it was kind of like they were already loaded. If you take AJ Brown out, let me ask you: if you take AJ out, do you think that stops him from winning the Super Bowl or going to the playoffs?
Well, look, we're gonna put a pin in this. I know we're gonna come back to all of it, but we need to get to this Adam Thielen discussion. But before we jump into it, let me bring in my man from the 704 Charlotte Bound Show, Twan Don. Twan, what's up, dude?
Salute. Happy Friday, man. How y'all doing?
Doing good,
man,
brother.
good.
How you feeling, man?
bro?
I'm feeling good, man. Got this new little thing I'm playing with. I'm testing it out on the C3. Little speaker thing where everybody sounds immaculate with the voice.
Nice. Twan
So
Don, before we
I wanted to absolutely thank you guys. Congratulate you guys on the Joe Person interview, man. That was big shit, bro.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, we're working on a bunch of interviews throughout this season and coming up here very soon. So, y'all keep it locked into the C3 Panthers podcast. Twan, jump in before we go to Adam Thielen. Jump in on the conversation about Taylor Mouton being extended for 2 more years. He is now tied for the 3rd highest paid right tackle in the NFL. We've also freed up. We're sitting at around $20.5 million in cap space. What do you make of the signing? And are we doing it with the intentions of making a big trade with a big signing?
I'm hoping the best, that we did it for the right reason, and that the Carolina Panthers are holding steady with paying their players. That's what I love about it. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully he's staying with us. I hope it's not just to trade him, but we paid some guys. Horn, Chuba. I know I'm missing somebody else with now Taylor Mouton. It looks like we're standing on the track of actually paying our players, something we're not used to.
Yeah.
So I hope they're going to keep him and just do right by the player. I mean, he's been here forever. So
yeah, easily the most consistent offensive lineman that we've had in the past half decade, if not more. Yeah, do you think that they're doing this with a purpose, though? With that money that we've been able to free up, do you think that we're going to get a Trey Hendrickson? Do you think that we're going to get a Michael Parsons? Or are we just snorting that hopium, bro?
I think definitely snorting the hopium.
Okay.
I mean, but it wouldn't be content.
Right, they are.
It wouldn't be content if you didn't talk about it. I mean, we're content creators. We have to talk about it, or the chance that it could happen. But it's definitely hopium. I think we should just continue building our way, continue to hit that draft the right way, and guys that want to come here. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to convince guys to come over here that won't be here long. That want to make Carolina and Charlotte win. I want guys that want to be here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Taylor Mouton definitely wanted to be here. Yeah. That press conference he did a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
That was more evidence than anything that we needed. Let me welcome in my man,
D-Money, what up?
The optimist of the C3 Legion is the homie D-Money. What up, bro?
What up, Pickle?
What up, man?
All you guys.
What's going on, my C3 family? Hope everybody having a beautiful Friday.
Yes, sir.
I was going to peep in for a second, but I was waiting for y'all to finish kicking each other in the face on the issues before I slid in for a second.
Slide in, brother. Tell me about Taylor Mouton and this extension and what you feel about us potentially looking to make a big move with the money that we saved.
Okay, on the Taylor Mouton junk, I mean, it just tastes as delicious as some fresh collard greens out the field with that frost on it. It just gives me the nice, warm and fuzzy feel like home feelings,
You know
homegrown
that
talent.
man from down south right there.
The dude produces.
Man,
He's been a Panther tried and true. I can't be mad at it. To me, to be quite honest, we jumped ahead before it went crazy. So, I mean, I like the price. I like the amount of time. It gives them a little bit more time to make a strategy for later on down the line for that position, as long as he can stay healthy, which I'm praying for. So I can't have an issue with Timo. I'm very happy for the man. Just a great guy. I mean, you think about it, he captured a lot of the fan base with that emotion that he showed at that press conference earlier on in the training camp. And then he did get missionaried, but hey, everybody have a day or so. So I mean, shout out to him in that big bag that he got.
He said missionary.
As far as the thing as we setting up to get somebody, I mean, I ain't gonna sit here and act like I know. I really don't. And I've listened to everybody since the program started. And I mean, I can find something right in everybody's point they made. Like, would I love to have a Michael Parsons? Yes, I would love to have a Michael Parsons. Who wouldn't love to have a Michael Parsons? I mean, come on, let's be for real. But I mean, on the same breath, I can understand people they want to keep the picks on we're not there yet, or people, they saying fuck them picks. I mean, there's no wrong answer right now. But I'm gonna tell you now, if we gave up some quality draft picks and Michael Parsons come and we pay Michael Parsons, I'm not gonna cry about Michael Parsons being part of the Carolina Panthers. I'm sorry. You can't piss me off in any sentence with saying that Michael Parsons is a Carolina Panther. I'm just saying.
Let me put a caveat on that though. Let me put a caveat on that.
And just handle some business. I mean, at some point you got to compete. At some point you got to compete. And the main thing that I look at it, if we take a Micah, I feel better about it because of a Brent Tillis and a Dan Morgan. These guys have shown that they can make decent contracts and do things to help the team. And believe me, if it's not economical savvy for us or the picks are just too much, we're not going to make the deal. They have shown that they're going to try to make the best decision they think for the team. And until I really see something fall off the railing, I'm going to trust them guys. But I want to be on the record.
Amen
if Michael Parsons can come in the building, I want me some Michael Parsons in the building.
Yes, sir.
Cody, can I say something real quick to the Michael Parsons situation, though?
Yeah,
I just watched Jerry Jones, like Stephen A. Smith did a one-on-one interview with him.
Yeah, I saw some snippets of it.
Jerry Jones is not going to let Michael Parsons go, man.
Yeah, I kind of don't think so.
We need to forget that shit. Don't even bring his name back up. He's not going to let him go. He's going to hold.
All right, so then let me ask you this.
Let's talk about Trey.
But yeah. So I was about to say, let me ask you about this then. Do y'all feel the same if this is Trey Hendrickson that we're talking about?
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Trey Hendrickson.
Absolutely. Bro, that's wild to say. Absolutely.
How is it wild, Cody? How is it wild? How is it wild?
He led the league in sacks 2 years in a row.
Trey's 30. Okay, Trey's 30. Michael's 26.
20 almost.
Michael's 26.
I'm not in the mood.
It's also not going to be the same trade though between like us and the Cowboys and us the Bengals. The dude's 30. It's not going to cost multiple first round picks and stuff like that. So it's definitely a different trade scenario.
Right, but that's why to me, Jake, it's a little bit more favorable because you're probably not giving up as much, yet you're still getting a premier edge rusher. Yeah, he's a little bit older, but bro, look at Cam Jordan for New Orleans, still out there balling. And he's like 37 years old or some shit, right?
Look. Yeah, and he's nowhere near. He is
nowhere
balling,
near Trey Hendrickson,
but he's nowhere near. He's nowhere near what the money he's making is worth.
I agree with that too.
Per salary, this doesn't even closely match up.
Right, but we're talking about Trey Hendrickson now.
But this
I'm
is
just
weird.
talking about how the age doesn't bother me as much.
But this is where I'm going to agree with Cody, man.
How? That doesn't make any sense, Cody.
We got to get off of this age
He's not
shit,
a dinosaur. Yeah.
Hey, look, listen. People talk about Adam Thielen and all he did. Hey, D-Money. All he did last year was go out there and cook every young boy they put in front of him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For the time that we would have Hendrickson, which probably would be between 4 and 5 years, we can make something happen with that.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to keep him forever, and then he'll be tapped out. Y'all got to get off of this 30-year-old shit like it's like dudes walking around in walkers or some
And
shit.
imagine
a lot
the
of these old
knowledge.
guys are cooking these young boys, bro.
Imagine the knowledge that he would be able to impart to a Roman Yellen and a Nick Scorton. Like, dude, to me, the absolutely is wild. Like,
he's gonna get paid for all of that. He's gonna get the other guys inspired. Cody, I'm with the Henderson shit.
Yeah, same.
I like
I'm
Trey
fine
too.
with it.
I'm not. What the thing is that I just don't know if he fits the defense that we're in right now. That's the only thing I'm worried about. I'm worried about Evero putting him into coverage instead of him bringing pressure.
Exactly.
That's the only thing I'm worried
But
about.
wouldn't you have to worry about that with Michael Parsons also?
Michael
Parsons plays coverage
Michael
now.
already gets caught with his pants down and covered.
But also we all.
I believe Michael Parsons would tell Evero straight up, I ain't doing that shit.
But we all want to move away from the 3-4. Everybody complains about the 3-4, whereas Trey Hendrickson.
These elite players can play through that bullshit, though.
I think so too.
I'm putting him at right end. I'm putting him at right end anyways. I'm putting him at the same position Ashawn Robinson plays, and I'm not putting Trey Hendrickson. I'm not letting that dude cover, bro. If Evero makes that dude cover another player, I'm firing him on the field. I'm letting somebody else call the plays because that man better not ever let him cover. Ever.
Now, okay, I like that idea, Jake, a lot. Y'all know I'm a Evero is Gerald Hager, self-appointed. I'll own up to it. I don't like the man as far as a defensive coordinator. I don't know the man personally, so I shouldn't say I don't like him. I don't know him personally. I don't like the way he handles his defense. Now, that being said, it's great for the fans to say that, but the fans don't hire and fire nobody.
There you
So
go.
I'm asking y'all, I'm a serious question. If you trade for one of these top guys and all Gerald wants to do is drop them in coverage, do you think Dan Morgan or Dave Canales has the guts to walk up to him and say, you line him up to rush a passer or you're fired?
Yeah.
Do you
I
think
think-
I do.
I think Pepper.
I do. I think
Pepper
that
has
if you
the
make
guts to
that
do
trade,
Well,
if you make that,
Pepper ain't done it yet.
if you make a trade for a player of the caliber of either Hendricks
You
or
have to.
Parsons,
He
you
better be
better
going
be
after
able
quarterback.
to say
You do not-
something like that.
Cody, you say you
100%.
don't change the game.
So far, ain't nobody in that whole damn building.
Yeah, but so far
has
we
the
haven't
guts
had.
to stand up
Yeah,
and tell
but
him to do that.
so far we have not had a player on the caliber of those two guys, though.
Okay, you're right, but let me tell you this: when you have a number one corner trying to get a paycheck, ain't none of them folks stood up for him. Dan Morgan didn't walk up and say, "Let this man roam. Let this man roam and line up against the number one receiver."
Yeah.
Dan Morgan didn't do that. David Canales didn't do that.
We just paid
real
Horn.
quick,
so
J.C.
you're
Horn
gonna see him
got in
calling
front
it.
of the media
We just
and
paid Horn.
complained about it.
Hey, real quick, let me welcome in Anthony back
still
on the
didn't happen.
free for all. Anthony, what's up, bro?
What's up, boys? What's up? How y'all doing, man?
What's up, boys? Hey, man,
What up,
we're
man?
talking about Taylor Mouton and the potential of his contract freeing up the opportunity for us to make a trade for either Parsons or Hendrickson. How do you feel about it, man?
Yeah, like I texted in our group chat. Yeah, the extension was the right thing to do, honestly. I'm surprised he took it before the season started, but I'm happy about that. And then and I've learned this through some people. Like, Tillis is not rollover money from the following season, and like we spent a lot in free agency, so we already like went past the minimum requirement that you have to spend. So like we could roll over the money if we wanted to, but we're not going to because that's not what Tillis does. So my thought process is we still have a move or two in mind. And like, yeah, I think I just pieced together what Schefter said, what they talked about us interested in that player, and then we're doing all these things. It sounds to me the Bengals are moving towards a divorce with Trey Hendrickson, and he's probably going to get traded. Like, the owner just doesn't have the guaranteed money to dish out all these deals, man. Like, he just doesn't have it. Like, that's why I was so surprised when he was able to do it with Higgins and both Jamar. Well, it's because Higgins took a pay cut or whatever. Like, he was worth more on the open market. Anyways, yes, we should trade for Trey Hendrickson. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care he's 30 years old. This defensive pass rush can't stop a lick. And, like, seriously, if he has to suffer 1 year in a bad defensive scheme, well, let's say we give him a 3-year deal. You still get two good seasons of Trey Hendrickson in a 4-3 defense. The dude's in his prime right now. I don't see the big issue of paying him money, who's a good player, paying him and giving up a 3rd-round pick, like something like that. It's not going to be a 1st or a 2nd. I know the Bengals.
If it's that, then I'm good.
I think it's going to be more than a 3rd.
Hey, I'm gonna be real.
I think it's going to be a 2nd.
And if
at
it's
least.
a 3rd, what we
Are
talking
y'all
about?
not fine with that? If it's a
Oh, I
2nd,
am. I'm definitely fine
how
with
many
the 2nd.
people? How many people are bitching over a 2nd-round pick?
It's not just this. It's not. But here's the thing. It's not like the way NFL trades work. The way every trade works is like, how much control does your player? So like in the MLB, it's like when you're trading a player, it's like how much control do they have? Like arbitration under contract. If they're under contract for a long time, you're going to have to give up way more. But because the receiving team is going to have to pay Trey Hendrickson, which is the whole reason that he's not a Bengal, because they can't afford him, it's kind of a dead end thing where it's like, we know we have to trade him because we have no leverage, because we're telling the whole world we're cheap. I mean, dude, I saw some podcast chick today on Twitter say Boomer Esiason was invited to the Bengals Ring of Honor, and the Bengals are making them all pay for their hotel rooms.
Yeah,
like,
I saw that.
Yeah, like, dude, the Bengals are cheap as hell, and everyone knows shit.
Shit, boy.
So it's like,
and do they even have enough money to tag Henderson? Do they have any money to tag him next year?
I don't know. Someone might want to look that up, because I'm pretty sure that the Edge franchise tag's got to be in the 20s at least right now.
No, I'm telling you, they got enough money to franchise tag him, but if people got to pay for their hotel rooms, they definitely ain't spending extra money to franchise tag him, bro.
Trey definitely has, in my opinion, the leverage for sure in the situation that he's going on.
Oh no, he has no leverage. When you under contract, you ain't got no fucking leverage.
He has the leverage.
I think he does got the leverage.
Stats.
He's willing to. He ain't gonna play, bro, if he ain't getting missing.
And he's still getting fined.
He's the most realistic guy that we could get.
I'm not saying I don't blame you.
I agree with that as well.
The more that I listen to us having this conversation,
if it's just for a 3rd, do it. If it's just for a 3rd, do it.
Yeah, 100%.
I also like.
If it was just for a 3rd, the shit would already be done.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it's just for a 3rd, it would already be done.
Hey, Cody, can I say this?
And then I want to move on to this Adam Thielen thing. Go ahead.
Do y'all remember when Le'Veon Bell sat out and didn't play and got fined?
Yeah.
And he ain't been the same since, and now he ain't in the league no damn more.
Yep.
I'm not doing that shit, man. I mean, you're under contract. That's how the owner is always going to have you. You're under contract. You might not be able to get away with other people get away with sometimes. That's why they don't have leverage. So you either going to play or you can risk getting fined and not playing. You know.
And by the way, Justin says Trey is under contract. He can be tagged next year and the year after.
That's not leverage.
Yeah, man. So look, let's jump into this, boys. We've been waiting to get into it. This is what Twitter has basically been a buzz with the past few hours. The Vikings have inquired about trading for Panthers wide receiver Adam Thielen, with Jordan Addison serving a 3-game suspension and Jalen Naylor dealing with a hand injury. Thielen could wind up opening night for the Vikings if they can complete a trade. Now, So this is from Diana Rossini. This week's Harrison Phillips trade began the process of increasing Minnesota's cap flexibility as they look for potential trade additions, but financial hurdles remain before any Adam Thielen Vikings reunion can occur. The Panthers reworked Thielen's deal in early March to bump up his 2025 salary and likes the veteran presence he provides them. Boys, we talked about this a little bit on the reaction show. How do you feel about a potential trade of Adam Thielen to the Minnesota Vikings?
Mine's gonna be simple and sweet. If he wants to be here, I want him to be here. But if he wants out of here, then I'm trading him to Minnesota. That's the only way I'm trading him, though. If he wants out of here, then I'm all for it. But like I said, if he wants to be here, I love Adam. He's a great player. I think he's an asset when he's on the offense. I mean, he helps the wide receiver room. I mean, I love the player, man. I love the guy. I mean, whatever is best for him, I want it to be done.
No. Hold on, Jake. It ain't what's best for him. It's what's best for the Panthers.
Well, yeah, but that's why Dan's budging and he won't trade him unless he gets the value he wants.
Yeah. I mean, I like Thielen, but it ain't the best for him.
That's not what I heard.
Right,
that's
so
not what I've heard.
I'm going to let you go, Pickle. The Panthers, this is, take it for what it's worth, according to Polymarket Football, the Panthers want a third for Adam Thielen. The Vikings are willing to give a fourth. Standstill has gone all day with no movement. Minnesota is now looking for other options at wide receiver. There's been so many rumors related to this. I just want to give my opinion real quick. Bro, if the Carolina Panthers are dependent upon Adam Thielen to have a competent receiving core in 2025, that does not look good for Tedorola McMillan. That does not look good for Xavier Legette. It does not look good for Jalen Coker.
You want to start, Cody? You want to start two second-year receivers and one rookie?
2 first-round picks and a breakout undrafted free agent, Jukes.
Rookies make mistakes, bro. Okay. All right.
Hey, you want to punch your Renfro? Keep punching Renfro. Yeah, go ahead, Pickle.
All right.
And Pickle, and then I'm going to go to D's on this. Go ahead, Pickle.
All right. Listen, I understand people don't want to see him go, and that's not the point. Because let's be real, we're fans. We haven't been through practice. We've seen a few clips here and there, but we've not been through practice. You don't know what these guys are doing in practice. The coaches do. The GM does. So if the GM and them make this feeling that that they want this to happen and all parties agree to it, who the hell are we to bitch because we don't like it? Now, number 2, I trust Dan. I trust Canales and even the OC, Brad Isaac, because they are wide receiver coaches by their nature. So I understand I trust them opinions on receivers. Now, number 2, Coker, I believe Coker is ready to break out, but he can't break out if he's not in the position to break out. You can't line him up maybe 2 games a year or 2 games every other month and say, here, we're going to let you play a couple catches a month, maybe 1 or 2 a game, and you break out that way. That's not break out. Okay, number 2, y'all remember what Canales said? Canales talking about Jalen Coker, and I made it. He said, and I quote, "If he keeps playing this way, he's going to push to start." They're not benching XL if he's playing good, and they're not benching T-Mac if he's playing good. The old man may go. Now, that being said, if Adam is not a dumb fella, maybe y'all don't think that Adam's not a stupid guy. If he's standing out on the sidelines or he's in that wide receiver room and he already knows this himself, and he has a house in Minnesota, he has a boat in Minnesota, and if he wants to go, I don't see it's any of our damn business that he don't go. Now, that being said, I've heard and I've read that the problem why it ain't been done now is financial. The Vikings don't want to pay Adam Thielen's current contract, and Adam and his agent don't want to take a pay cut to help the
Well, then
Vikings
let's
out.
get over with then. Then there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. So if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. We fans and these just to understand there's a depth chart and there's an order, and your fantasy football pulls because you have a guy and you need him to make all these catches to have on your fantasy. These players don't give a rat's ass about your fucking fantasy.
I know, and you know what? And this thing is affecting the Jimmy Horn thing. This is affecting Jimmy Horn
widely because if Jimmy Horn, if let me put it this way, I agree with something Cody said earlier. Okay, if Adam's not here, all these guys get to play more. Coker automatically goes into the slot. Jimmy Horn, I'm assuming Renfro or Jimmy Horn will go at 4, and the other go at 5. I mean, it automatically fills in, and they all get an opportunity to play.
That's why I'm not tripping. I would love to see Hunter Renfro and Jimmy Horn Jr. get an even bigger role than what it looks like they have. Let me go to these little skills, and then we're going to get to the problem child on the end there.
Yeah, let me say
go
ahead, Ant. Go ahead.
Details. No. D's, go first. I need to say something before G gets in.
Damn, everybody here. Twan, Ant.
Hell yeah.
Heck yeah, and it's an awesome show, just like last night. I'll go quickly so y'all can talk. No, shoot, yeah. I like what you said earlier. You said that this isn't the Scott Fitterer era where we're in on every deal. I really like that. I agree with that. I think this is the deal comes to us, and then Ant kind of echoed it a minute ago. I think that's exactly the way Dan Morgan's going to play this hand, just like we saw in the blueprint. The Rams wanted to come up to trade with him, and he told Brant, he said, Brant, give him our terms, give him my terms. And then they were like, no. And he said, fine, we're out. And that's the deal. You're going to do what Dan wants to get the player or get the trade done. You're not going to dictate terms to us. So I think that's what's driving this going forward, guys. I'll let y'all get in on it.
No, real quick. I just wanted to say, listen, what Cody tweeted earlier is exactly how I feel. If fans are scared that Adam Thielen is the line that keeps the wide receiver room together, then we're really shitting bricks here, man, because we just drafted T-Mac, like Coker, all these guys, like just put them on the field, let them grow with the young quarterback. Adam Thielen, just let him go be free, man. Just let him go be free in Minnesota. It's his last year in the league. I know, yes, they won't trade him unless it's fair compensation, but I think we're really overestimating what Adam Thielen's done here because of how bad everything else has been while he's been here, if that makes sense.
That's a true estimate. You can agree with that.
I want to say this, though. All this is true, but you have to bring that same energy when the offense isn't running. And you guys are like, oh, dude, I'm
okay with that.
Just know we're going to take a little bit of a hiccup because we're running with young guys. So just know.
I really don't think we will. I really don't think we will. I don't.
Pickle, stop. Pickle.
No, I don't have to stop. I don't think. Listen, I like Adam. Okay, Adam didn't play every game last year, did he?
No, he did not.
How many games did Adam miss because he was hurt?
Right, and he was still our leading receiver.
Okay,
exactly.
Okay.
And that's
who stepped in? Who stepped in to take his spot?
David Moore.
Jalen Coker. And David Moore.
David Moore and some extra lotion when he had the chances.
Yeah.
Listen, if you have to have Adam Thielen for your offense to be successful, it's time to scrap the entire fucking.
That's what I'm saying.
That's exactly what you're saying. You're saying this team goes to shit if Adam Thielen ain't out there. We can't let him retire. We got to pay him $80 million a year next year. Well, he don't retire.
Cody, let me respond.
Yeah, go ahead, Juice.
So don't cry week 8 when Tedero McMillan is having a bad game because he's a rookie, because rookies have a learning curve. Don't be saying that, oh, he should know this, he should be a pro, he doesn't know how to do this, it's his first year. So you're going to give him grace. As long as you give him grace, I'm cool. Yeah. If you will give him grace,
that we didn't get great XL. That's fine.
No, but like this is the NFL.
So we're matching up here because I want you to give the receivers grace when they say they're not re-signing with Carolina because they want a better opportunity, just like Jeremy Chin did, just like Frankie Louvu did, just like multiple other receivers through Panther history has said, no, Carolina, you drafted me. I'll always own you for that, but I'm out of here to get a better opportunity elsewhere.
Yeah.
That's what you as a fan need to understand.
How's that panned out for Chark and Terrace Marshall and all these guys?
I'm not talking about Chark. Let me tell you what. Chark should have never been signed. He was a bust before he got here, and because of the idiot GM signed him, that dumbass got fired like he deserved. And if his kids don't like it, that's their fucking problem.
I see the point, though.
And as far as Terrace Marshall, it was an idiot draft pick to him to start with.
All right, go ahead, Nat.
Mingo was the worst pick I've ever seen, man. Like, he was a 5th round pick on my board. I don't know, all because Steve Smith slipped something in their coffee, and they're like, take Mingo in the 2nd, no matter what. But seriously,
I'm sorry, I forget I'm talking to young.
Last thing about
this,
I'm sorry. The rookies, the young guys, like those, they're gonna have down weeks, like. No matter what, like they're gonna have down weeks. Like it happens forever. But I'm willing to go through those punches with a quarterback that's, he was playing in games where he was confident without Adam Thielen. I just think this fan base is scared because, and I keep bringing this home, man. They're scared because we haven't proven that we have any solid options behind him. So it's propped up what he's done so good and like so unseen before in the NFL, when really he's been put like he would have been a wide receiver 3 on most other teams.
And do you believe that he was force feed these last 2 years?
Yeah, well, obviously, yeah. Why would Bryce trust Leggett when he drops every deep pass he throws to him? Like Coker was on the scene, but he was on the practice squad time to time. He was injured. Year 1, DJ Chark was horrible. Jonathan Mingo was like floating sideways out of bounds. And like, bro, it's been a fucking complete joke. Like Adam Thielen's been in the league 11 years, and he's been running basic shit with us. If you watch the film, he's just getting 5-yard passes. It's nothing crazy that someone else with a brain can't do. Like, we don't think Tet can do that, or Jalen Coker actually like in the same system. Like I'm just saying, I think we're overestimating this, man. Like Adam Thielen, it's not like we're losing Justin Jefferson, man.
I agree. Hey, before we go forward, let me get Spivey to go back in here before we go to G Baby. Spivey, would you like to weigh in on this? What do you feel about Adam Thielen potentially being traded? What does that mean for the offense? How you feeling, bro?
Personally, I think that for once in a fucking blue moon that we have the leverage. I mean, we're good if he goes. We're good if he don't go. And as far as
I feel that.
Everybody's saying like all this about like, yeah, we won't hold our rookies if they make mistakes. They're going to make mistakes. But all I've heard for the last year is how Leggett dropped balls as a rookie making mistakes. So, I mean, I don't know what's going to go on. I mean, I've seen T-Mac get one ball through to him in the end zone, and what he do? He dropped it. I mean, these are rookies. Adam Thielen has been our most trusted receiver, but at the same time, if you want to see this team grow and get better for the future, if he wants to go, let him go.
Yeah.
Cody,
hold on, Ben. He's been waiting patient. He ain't interrupting nobody. G Baby, what do we need to do about this Adam Thielen trade, bro? Are we trading Adam Thielen?
If he wants to go back home, I'm all for it, because we all know he went to Minnesota, walked on in Minnesota, did great things at Minnesota. He's done great things for the Vikings. And, when you got a family, I got a family of 5. When you got a family, that trumps everything, man. So, like his kids can go back and play with their friends, old schools, families, friends, everything's back together, man. I mean, Charlotte, he's only been in Charlotte for a couple of years, y'all. Do I want to trade him? Absolutely not. No, fuck no. But if he genuinely wants to go back home and we can get something decent, I'm all for a 4th rounder. If it's not a 4th rounder, then I don't think it's worth it. But he catches everything we throw to him, man. I mean, he's reliable. You know, I can always count on Adam Thielen, man. And when he was out of the game, I mean, Coker stepped up. We had other players step up. But, man, Adam Thielen is just – he's all reliable, dog. And I feel like if you take that away from Bryce, yeah, we got Jalen Coker. We got Nalo. We got all these other players. But, dude, Adam Thielen is still Adam Thielen, man. And that would just be a gut wrench to fucking lose that guy, man.
Hey, I hear you. That's a rational, legit point, and you can make the argument that he has been the only legitimate, consistent weapon that Bryce Young has had for what, 3 years now? You know, I mean, Jalen Coker just came on the scene, but Adam Thielen has been him for us. Didn't he have 12 touchdowns 1 year? By the way, happy birthday, Adam Thielen. Today is Adam Thielen's birthday.
Was that the big announcement that she was talking about?
I don't know. And see, that's another thing.
You don't want to know what Ricky the dog said he was already traded. But yo, who is that?
Hey, whoever has your volume on mute.
Somebody listen to Matt Rule talk.
Nah, listen to high school football. My fault.
Yeah, no, but I think we should just meet in the middle, man. Like, if Adam wants to stay here, he can stay, but he should only really come down on 3rd downs, man. Honestly, I was just thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, but he's a spot guy. Like, he should just come in on 3rd downs as an option for Bryce. Like, that's really all the usage for him at this point. Because, like, you need those other reps. You're never going to, especially, like, Legette's been a big talking point. I know we joke about him. But, like, how are we ever going to see what this kid's going to be by the end of year 2 if, like, his reps are getting taken by Thielen? Because everyone thinks Coker's, like, the wide receiver 2 now.
Okay,
like,
but I also have to agree with Pickle. If we're a running team, if Chuba gets 25 carries and Bryce only passes, 27 times and completes it for 20 balls, who's those balls going to go to? They're going to go – some of them are going to go to Chuba, Rico Dowell. Like, how many opportunities is all these receivers going to get if he's on the team?
Oh, let me ask everybody a quick question. Is anybody here going to get really super pissed off if we don't trade Adam Thielen?
I don't feel like anyone's getting super pissed either way.
No.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And you know, I said it earlier, and maybe it got lost in the shuffle, but to me, this really is about Adam, his family. And G was right. It's about Adam, his family, and what the team decides. If Adam wants to go back and all Dan gets a 7th, I'm fine because Adam gets what he wants. And am I going to be happy with the 7th? No. But you got to suck it up and understand that's what he wants. And he come here and was there when nobody else was till we got it stacked back up. So, you know,
Dan Morgan's a player's coach too.
Yeah. You
Dan Morgan's a player, y'all. You don't think he knows what that feels like? Come on now.
Right. So I told some folks on Rumor Space the other day. I said, in my opinion, and I may be wrong because on Rumors they seem to think I speak for Panther Nation, whether I do or not. That's what they think. Jake listens; he can tell you that. But as I told him, I said, listen, I don't think a lot of Panther fans are going to be upset if we trade him to Minnesota if that's what he wants. But to be clear, he ain't going nowhere else. If he wants to go to Minnesota, he can go to Minnesota. He ain't going nowhere else. So they're not stopping him on the block.
Hunter
Say that again, Anthony. Say it again.
Hunter Renfrow can do.
Calm down,
he can do what Thielen offers.
Yeah.
But the problem is that
no, he cannot. No, he can't. He can't, Cody. No, he can't. No, he can't.
The issue is whether we like it or not like it. And I know there was a bet placed earlier, and we all laugh about it. But if Hunter Renfrow and David Moore were guaranteed a roster spot on the 53, they would not have played Saturday or Thursday. But they played Thursday. So they're not guaranteed a roster spot.
So this baby Gronk motherfucker you guys talk about, you trying to tell me he's guaranteed a spot because he didn't play?
No, I'm just saying. Hey, that's what I see. I don't know that he is or he ain't. But he didn't have to play. He didn't have to play. Excuse me. What they call it, D's? He had a body ache.
Yeah, he
overall soreness.
Yeah, he had a body ache, so he didn't have to play.
He ain't gonna keep him.
So,
and by the way, can I just say something real quick though? Right, we have all been so impressed with Leighton Ransom and how he has been playing in the preseason.
Oh,
well,
right,
that was a 4th round pick.
Yes.
So if we're able to get a 4th round pick for Adam Thielen, why are we pretending like that's not valuable?
No,
it is to me.
It is valuable, but the thing is, the leverage goes away once we find out that like Adam Thielen wants to go back home. Now the leverage is gone, so it's like, here you go.
Well, but that's not really, because the Panthers would have already.
Hey, Cody, can I be next, Cody?
That's what I'm trying to say. 2 things.
Yeah.
The Panthers. Dan Morgan's a tough mother. He's not a dumbass like Fitter. He's not. He's gonna ask for something. It like the Rams trade. The Rams were trying to get Tet. If they wanted Tet, this is the price. Okay, no, you're not meeting it. Sorry, we can't do it. And the second thing I'll say is this. G Baby just brought up David Moore. Who brought up Pickle brought up David Moore and Hunter Renfrow. And like David Moore's another guy where you could argue, well, we need to keep him because of this connection with Bryce. But we need Bryce to build the right connections. These are guys that are like fringe roster guys. We need Bryce to build the connections with the T-Macs, the Cokers, the Legettes. I don't think it's smart to sacrifice Jimmy Horn or someone like that over David Moore because he caught some balls with Bryce last year. That's not smart, in my opinion.
I agree.
I told Twan,
to be fair,
hold on. I told Twan that he can go next. He's been waiting. Go ahead, Twan.
No, Pickle can go ahead real quick.
I got one little comment saying I'm done. Yeah. To be honest, and just as folks understand, I'm all for David Moore getting cut just outright.
Yeah.
Besides that, he's a vested veteran, and how that works is they could cut him. He could tell his agent, "Don't answer the phone call," and then the very next day, Carolina pick him back up, and you put him on the roster or practice squad. Just because he's a veteran. Nobody else can claim him unless he wants to go somewhere else.
I never thought I'd say this, but to just be completely honest, I don't know if people even thought about this. I think when they already break down what receivers they're gonna keep and or let go, I think Bryce should be in that room. Bryce should really have a say so on who the fuck he has the chemistry with to keep on this team. I think he should actually have a say so in that situation. Because it's like, and don't keep a guy that he doesn't have that chemistry with. Y'all talking about getting rid of David? He has chemistry with David Moore.
But also, could you imagine Bryce being in favor of letting go of Adam Thielen? Like, he would
ain't
never
gonna do that.
Yeah, he would never do that. No, not at
so
all.
my other point was this. Do I sound mean when I say I don't give a fuck what Thielen wants? This is a business.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, if he wants to go home, I'm not going to make it easy for him. It's still a business. We got to get something back for him and not what the hell they want to give us.
He could have been, you're right. He could have been a man enough and just requested a trade at least.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be mean with him. I care about the Panthers first. I don't give a shit that he's going to end his career in Minnesota or what. I mean, good for him. But it's still a business, and we still got to get something out of it that we want. If not, then no deal. No deal if we don't get what we want. At least the 4th, how bad does Minnesota want him?
And by the way, look, I know y'all think I'm just being a homer. I don't give a damn. Hunter Renfrow is a Pro Bowl wide receiver. Some of the best defenders in the NFL have co-signed Hunter Renfrow. I'm sorry. There is nothing that Adam Thielen can do that Hunter Renfrow can't. He catches everything. He will go up and get a ball. even if it means putting his body on the line. Y'all saw them hospital balls that Jack Plummer was throwing to my boy Renfro. He was going up and snatching them shits out the air. Is that not what it was? He was throwing some damn
He was trying to
hospital
get him
balls.
killed, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Right. So what I'm saying is now imagine that's Bryce Young putting the ball right on him on third down when you have to have it. That's third and Renfro, baby.
But didn't Joe Person tell y'all he thought he was gonna be the odd man out?
I mean, yeah, but what that mean?
I mean,
Cody don't want you to listen to
What
that
does
part.
that mean?
He tried to edit that part out of that interview.
Yeah, I saw Cody get real quiet when he said that shit, bro.
Hey, man, Joe's allowed to be wrong. He's allowed to be wrong. Shit.
Why you?
By the way, Joe and Cody can tell you this. Joe tweeted he's absolutely against trading Adam Thielen.
Yeah,
he is.
Yeah.
But anyway, so.
Hey, where's Jake and Cole? Somebody jump in on this.
Cody got mad as hell when he said that shit.
What was the question, Cody? I'm sorry, I'm back.
No, I mean just about Adam Thielen.
I mean, I kind of said it earlier, though. I mean, I'm cool either way on the trade or not trade. I mean, it's best for the team, best for him. I mean, when he's on the field, he's good, man. I mean, he has some of the most sound hands I talked about earlier before the show. I mean, you know, when it came to Cam Newton, it was Greg Olsen, right? That was his, safety net. I feel like Adam Thielen was basically Bryce Young's safety net. He has been. I mean, the dude is an asset when he's on the field. It's not like when he's on the field, we're down. You know what I'm saying? Like, having him on the field is going to hurt the team. That's not the case. When Adam Thielen's on a team, it's a positive.
Oh, yeah. Go, Joe Bill. Sorry.
It's just gotta be what we need, though. I keep hearing people repeat. Now, I'm not targeting anybody, but when y'all guys are saying, "I want what's good for him," and look, man, as a human, yes. As a business, I want what's best for the Panthers, and that's it.
Hey, real quick, I agree, but I do want to say this. This is really interesting. This is the first time in years as a fan where I actually feel like I'm happy if we get draft picks back in a trade because I feel like our front office actually knows what to do with them.
And that's big.
You see what I'm saying? Like, that's why it's like what Cody brought up, and like Lil Rocket tweeted this out earlier. It's like we just drafted Lathan Ransom in the 4th round. Like, Trevor Etienne looks good too. Like, and we like, I trust Dan Morgan to be able to. It's like right when we fired the scouting department, Dan Morgan and them went crazy. So I'm telling you, man, like, if worst comes to worst and we get a 4th or out of this, like, that's not a bad thing, man. For a guy that was, he wasn't going to be on our team next year anyways.
Not at all.
So
you're right, and Anthony, I agree with that. So, so how much money will we save? I know Pickle's the number guy. How much money will we save if we let Adam Thielen go now?
It's $4 million dead cap, I think, and it's like he's on the books for like $10 million, I think. So when we save like 6, is my math correct? Something.
Well, we did.
I'd say around there, 3 to 5, somewhere around there. Just nothing.
Since we don't need 80 wide receivers, why don't we take that money, trade or not? If we have to let Thielen go and put that money into going out to Hendrickson.
Absolutely, that's what I thought we were doing.
I'm in favor of it.
What's best for Carolina?
That's what I'm saying, man.
What's best for Carolina is not how Thielen's career ends, but how we go forward. So even if we got to if Thielen got to go over there and we save money to go get Hendrickson, then that's what the hell needs to be done.
Now, Antoine, my friend, I understand what you're saying. I do. But I'm also going to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's about respecting a player. It's kind of like when we talk about giving a contract out and you lecture everybody about respecting this guy's player. This is what me is about. Now, that being said, as far as the Panthers, to be honest, a lot of people talking about getting a better pick. Let me tell you what, if you go to Tankathon, Cody, look up what the Vikings have. They don't have a 5th and they don't have a 6th. They've got 2 4s, but one of them is compulsory pick. and they got 2 7ths, and one of them is a compulsory pick. So you're not getting, and even if you can get a 4th, they're probably going to want to pick back. Like if you give a 4th, if they give you a 4th, they're going to want a 6th or a 5th back.
I agree. I agree with Twan. It is a business, but at the same time, there is such thing as bad business. Right. I think we've been a part of bad business in the past, and yes, I agree. Thank God we got Dan Morgan and Brand Till, so now we're on the good side of the good business. But at the same time, it's not always good business.
You're right. I agree. Look, I'm just the person I trust the most with our organization right now. Believe it or not, it's not Dan Morgan. It's Tillis. Right. Because Tillis is going to tell Dan Morgan, look, Dan Morgan will come with the ideas, and Tillis will be like, you can get him or you can't get him. You know what I'm saying? And this is how this is going to work and whatever. I trust Tillis the most, then Dan. But, you know what I'm saying? Look, man, if you get a chance to get somebody like Hendrickson, you go after that shit. You know what I'm saying? I love Thielen. I don't want to lose him.
Yeah.
But for as a business, if it's going to make Carolina better, then I wish him great. I wish him luck. You know what I'm saying? As long as Carolina is coming out on the winning end and not get fleeced.
This conversation that we have had surrounding Parsons and Hendrickson and, the potential of, actually doing this, I kind of want Hendrickson now more than I did. I feel like he's what Cole said earlier. He's good enough to play outside linebacker. There's no way that I would doubt him. But if ever we move back to a 4-3, brother's ready to go. And I'm just not going to trip about him being 31 years old or whatever the fuck. Like, I don't care, And if Adam Thielen is a part of that,
just pay the man. Hey, Cody, just pay that man, bro. Where do we have a problem at, guys? On defense. We don't need it. We don't need Thielen at the end of the day.
And we have
but
the
we
cap
need
space.
Hang on. Deez, did you not have a comment you wanted to bring up on this conversation?
Yeah, bring this up, Deez.
Yeah, you want to go over that now? Yeah. All right. So y'all been beating me over the head all night long. Okay, you've been beating me over the head, telling me that we need to trade Adam Thielen so our young wide receivers can get reps, and then you're beating me over the head. We need to bring in Trey Hendrickson, and what's that going to do? It's going to steal reps from these young guys that we drafted in the 2nd and 3rd round. It's a double-edged sword, guys. But I thought of one thing cool I'll mention real quick and let y'all talk about it. What if we were able to trade Adam Thielen to the Minnesota Vikings, get a 3rd-round pick, flip that 3rd-round pick for Trey Hendrickson? Now, that would be the most baller move ever. Let me tell you something about Brent. One last thing. Brant Tillis is a pillar of financial execution for the Carolina Panthers. I trust whatever he decides.
Hey, Deez, who did I just say, Deez? That's who I trust the most.
Cooking.
To add on to that, that's probably why that report says we want a 3rd-round pick, because the Bengals can ask for a 1st and all. The Bengals always ask for unreasonable stuff. That doesn't mean they're going to get it. Like remember when the DK rumors, they were like, we want a 1st and a 3rd, and they settled for a 2nd. Like, that's just how the business goes when you got to pay these guys the big bucks. And a lot of teams have so many guys under contract, like it's hard to make that work. But we have the cap space now, man. So I get it. The double-edged sword thing, Deez, it's a great thing. But I also think this is popping up because of the Nick Scorton news. Like we don't know if he's even going to be able to play this season with that, severe health issue he has right now. Like a collapsed lung is serious.
No.
I was reading
it wasn't
online.
as bad.
No. He'll be ready for week 1 probably.
I think
I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
Because he is.
Yeah. They've already said it, but I asked Rumors honestly, and Rumors knows a lot of NFL medical doctors. He said what they could do, they go in there and they basically they pump it up. But the next day he was on the field with the Panthers. Well, when the Panthers started practicing, I think it was the next day. He was on the field running around with them. Had a little brace on the back, but he was running around on the field with them.
So let me explain something to y'all that Pickle was saying. I'm glad you brought that up too, Pickle. So
yeah,
if you don't know me, if you guys don't know me, I work in the medical field, right?
Go ahead, Twan. You good?
So Pickle's right. Like they can go in and actually reshape it, You know what I'm saying? A collapsed lung is just when one lung. Imagine a balloon losing its air, you know, and it's like at half, whatever. That's a collapsed lung just takes on a smaller form. Now, it's a difference when you get a collapsed lung from heat exhaustion than when you get a collapsed lung because you was just in a head-on collision. That shit takes way longer for that. For heat exhaustion, he could be back by week 1 or 2. You know what I'm saying? It just depending on how his breathing is. He's probably not going to be back until probably 3 or 4 because they're going to want to test them on the lung when they reshape it. You know what I'm saying? To see if he's having issues with still breathing because they don't want him to be right back in the same situation 2 games later. Yeah. So, I mean, look, it's not the same type of collapsed lung. He started moving back and growing on his own, but Pickle's right. They could put a stent in there and reshape it, you know, but he's going to have to take it easy regardless, man.
I mean,
yeah.
But look, the thing we don't have to worry about is it's about to get cold. So it ain't going to be that heat on his ass like it was in training camp.
Right. And he's not – one thing that I have to say, the way they built the roster, I like that. They're not guaranteed half to one of these young guys has to start. We're not because we do have Patrick Jones and DJ Wanham as our starters. Now, if one of our young guys could push for a starting job, we'd be all right with that. But we're not going in and guarantee they have to start when they're not ready.
They don't have to either. We got enough guys.
Yeah, and I like that a lot.
Shout out to Dees. He brought up Princely. Thank God that his X-rays came back negative.
Yeah,
I'm so glad about that. He has a nasty spin move, man. I love his spin move.
I mean, does it feel good to have depth?
Yeah, the D line, the interior
so you don't have to,
is going to be like rotated, and that's something I'm very excited about. Mm-hmm. The one thing I'll say that's positive about the defense is like those guys aren't going to be gassed because we actually have a bunch of guys that are going to be getting playing time on the defensive, on the interior.
Can I ask y'all a question about a player, Corey Thornton? How good do y'all think he can really be? I know in the 4th preseason game, I'm stuck in old mode. In the 3rd preseason game, he lined up at nickel and the outside.
He's our best backup cornerback.
I think he can be good, bro. I think he can be good.
Yeah. I really like him.
I like him. Yeah.
He's way better than Bartholomew. I don't want him out there. I don't even think he's gonna make the 53, man.
I'm hoping Bartholomew gets picked up by the Saints or Bucks.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Or the Falcons or Bucks.
I'm learning how to spell Bartholomew because I always see the back of his jersey every time.
Hey, you ain't gonna see it for long because they're gonna cut the shit out of his ass. You ain't even gotta worry about learning his shit. Hey, listen, how upset would y'all be if when that final roster comes out and Nick Scott is still on it?
I won't like it, period. But I mean, I expect it.
I will be more upset if he's week 1 starter. Let's put it that way.
I know he'll screw up and loses. I think I think Ransom will be our starter at least by week 2 or 3.
This was Princely talking about his shoulder.
Yeah, I had got an X-ray and there was nothing out of place. Everything looked good on the X-ray, but it was just hurting really bad. So yeah, I'm getting an MRI tomorrow.
Do you remember what happened during the play?
Yeah, Lathan had intercepted the ball and I seen Darnell Washington, big ass, tried to hit him, but in the impact, the force of the impact made my shoulder hurt.
Do you have you won't know till you get the images. Does it still hurt a lot?
Poor man running up a brick wall.
Does it still hurt a lot? Are you concerned about what the MRI might show?
I'm not concerned because I've had a torn labrum before and things of that nature. So, and it doesn't feel like nothing like that. So I don't think I'm concerned. I think the X-rays showing that nothing was out of place and that everything intact was a big relief, huge relief.
Darnell Washington's like 6'6", dude. That's a mammoth of a man.
Of all people, why would you run up and hit that guy? That would be the last guy. I would be running the opposite direction from that guy.
Yeah, I'd hit the other guy nearest him. I mean,
So I know where that comes from playing defense. Man, when you on defense Your mentality is not. It's not one guy you can't chop the fuck up out there, bro. Sometimes you just got to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, Juan. So he said he had an MRI today, Pickle, right? So he's going to go. He's going to get that done this morning or yesterday morning, whatever it was. I can't remember when the tweet was sent out, but that could really show something bad going forward. And to my point previously, it could be the case that he's going to be out for 6-8 weeks, and maybe then Trey Hendrickson becomes more valuable to the Panthers in that regard.
Right. I agree.
No, it's definitely easy to see how that could be the case. I mean, like I said, this conversation has sort of changed the way I feel about it. Now I'm kind of hoping that Trey Hendrickson is in our future. Although I do not.
Oh, get him.
I mean, it's good to say that, but I don't believe that he's going to be on this team until I see it. Like that's really just what it is.
Hey, look, y'all know I gotta set Cody up. All right. Cincinnati says we'll send Hendrickson over. All we want is a 6th round, Thielen and Renfro.
God damn, both of them?
Yeah.
That's kind of whatever, man. Fucking
what you doing, bro?
That shit.
What are you doing?
Send it.
Send that shit,
what are you doing?
Yeah,
are you sending it?
You have to send it,
bro.
You know how mad Bengals fans would be, Swan?
Huh?
I want
Bengals fans would be upset about that.
I want a premier pass rusher more than I want a Clemson player on my Panthers team, bro.
Exactly. I thought you were saying no.
Nah, you have to, man.
Cody's not that delusional. He's not that delusional.
Nah, yeah. That's not me, bro.
Fact is, if I'm Dan Morgan and I get that call, I'm going to say yeah and push that through the league office in the hour. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it fast enough.
Fast,
the Bengals can't change their mind.
It's gonna be so fast. Bengal fans ain't gonna know it until it's done.
Shout out to Kitty. Yeah, everybody did what we wasn't willing to do. Yeah, the fact that Patrick Mahomes is still playing in preseason games, got to do shit differently if you want to win.
Yeah, he's playing.
Yeah, and he always plays in preseason games.
Right.
Tom Brady did. I mean, that's.
Hey, let me ask you all this, right? The Panthers went 0-3 in their preseason outings. Has this changed the way you feel about this season moving forward? Has it changed the trajectory of at least how you're feeling about the Panthers' chances in 25?
It changed it a little bit for me. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know exactly what it is, but it changed it just a little bit for me. My biggest problem right now is Canales. I'm sorry. I know that Evero's gonna be gone soon, so I don't worry about him anymore. But with Canales, the problem I have with Canales is in his first year of coaching, he didn't play any starters. In the second year, you decide that you ain't gonna coach the preseason games. And then you're going to coach the last game. That didn't make sense to me. Canales is coming off more and more. Yeah, Canales is coming off more and more. To me, I'm not saying everyone. Mm-hmm. Like a youth pastor. He's an insurance salesman. He gives great speeches. I just don't know if those guys are buying him in the locker room. We've seen these things circulating when they're showing Rivera. When he was our coach in the locker room, cussing guys out, getting loud. So people will say, well, maybe that's not Canales' style. But you got to you got to uncle some dudes sometimes to get them to hear you. You know, the motivational speeches don't do it for everybody, bro.
But can I just say this, though?
Yeah.
I felt like when I was watching that Panthers blueprint, I was impressed by a lot of it. But it's funny you say that he gives good speeches, Twan, because I feel like he doesn't. When he was up there addressing the team for the first time or whatever, like I didn't feel like a ton of get up and go energy.
Right.
Like he seems like a good boy. I don't know another way to say this, man. Like he feels to me like I don't even know how to say this.
A goober.
I mean, maybe, but I just feel like he's, there are some coaches that'll make you want to run through a wall. I just don't really feel like He's one of them.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel like I would run through the wall for Canales, bro.
Did y'all hear Canales today? And I'm kind of glancing for it. Maybe I don't. He said today that when they asked him,
this is about Thielen right here. If that's what you're talking about.
No. When they asked him about roster cut down, or maybe it was involving Adam, but anyway, it was about roster cut down, and he said, "I trust Dan. He'll do the roster." He shrugged it off. The way I took that comment, and y'all could go back and find it, I took that comment that Dan does the roster. Dan does the roster. Don't you understand that? Yeah. Dan does the roster. So Dan does the roster, and here's my thought process. At the beginning of Dan said before Canales the starters were going to play in the preseason. And then Canales said, yeah, we had a meeting, we talked about it. Let me tell you what I thoroughly believe. Well, Canales said we had a meeting, we talked about it, and we agreed that we just need to play the starters some in the preseason. We all know how that worked out. In my opinion, Dan Morgan told David Canales, you need to play the starters in the preseason because that's what hurt us on we were rusty week 1. And now Canales can say he started the preseason. So Canales, even though they didn't play enough to matter, he can say he did it. I think Dan is really running the main head coach duties that we're traditionally thinking a head coach runs. And I think Dave's just playing offensive coordinator and right on.
Well, when Dave Canales was addressing the coaching staff, he sounded in control. And to White Chocolate's point, like, I'm not saying you have to sound like an ultimate motivator. I'm just saying, to me, he doesn't have that. He doesn't give great speeches. That's all I'm saying. Right. This is Dave Canales on the possibility of trading Renfrow.
You know, honestly, I'm letting Dan kind of handle all that right now. I'm focused on our team, our football, and Adam's a part of that, you know, so the plans, the plays, all those things is just stuff that we're, you know, focused on right now. And again, we have a lot, you know, to talk about in the next couple of days in terms of the roster and all that. But, you know, that's something that, you know, I'm going to let them handle. And for me right now, it's just focusing on this entire roster and being able to make decisions there.
So to me, that was very non-committal. But that was saying a lot without saying much at all.
What I just heard, he does that a lot, Cody. What I just heard was a combo of what you and Pickle just said.
Yeah.
One, I can't stand them lazy ass press things that he does. And 2, when Pickle, like, do you just keep referring to Dan Morgan all day? So you as a head coach, you don't think you should be right there with him and going who you want and who you want to stay? I mean, keep right on referring to Dan Morgan, deflecting over to him.
Right. It sounds like to me he puts in a request of which players he wants to keep.
Yeah, Dan Morgan is my daddy.
It's up for Dan. So just, and what I'm trying to say is just cause David Canales likes David Moore and we have depth, don't mean Dan Morgan's going to keep David Moore. Dan Morgan's doing the cutting. It don't matter who David Canales likes or not. He could cut David Moore, tell him you're not going to the practice squad, and life goes on.
You listen to me, Pickle. You listen to me. Dan Morgan did not take over this franchise to be a pushover to a first-time head coach. He does not take orders from Dave Canales. We took Dave Canales a year early. Dave Canales has not even picked his own defensive coordinator. Dan Morgan has the big balls in this organization, and he runs the show. Dan Morgan tells Dave who's going to be on this roster, who has the talent, who we need to draft, and they all discuss it as a team. We've seen that. We've seen that play out in the blueprint multiple times already, Pickle. They all talk about it together, and then Dan makes the final decision. Dan runs this show. Dan's the guy that still holds the record for the most tackles in the Super Bowl, and Dan Morgan's the guy that's leading us forward. And he's not going to let any young head coach or any guy with a bunch of coach speak like Twan's talking about push him over and tell him what he's going to do to keep all these wide receivers. You don't know. Dan Morgan might cut all them some bitches, and we might come out here with 4 or 5 wide receivers on the roster because Dan Morgan said so.
Yeah,
that's right.
My boy D's just dropped a rock on him. What's up?
That's it. Shout out, geez, while you were going through that, one song come to my mind. AC/DC, Big Balls.
I love it. I love it. Back in black, baby. Carolina Panthers. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
To answer your original, go ahead, Swan.
No, you got it, bro. You got it. I've been talking enough.
To go back to your original question, though, Cody, about are we worried about the Panthers after preseason? Yes, I am worried, and I'll tell you why I'm worried. Because the one question that the one thing that we didn't really have to worry about was this offense, right? We look great on paper, right? We look great. The thing about it is, though, our first team offense that we've seen in preseason, we didn't get to see a lot of it, but when we did see it, they only had one touchdown drive. Other than that, it was 3 and out. I'm worried about that for the simple fact that we cannot start off slow. We cannot. The way the schedule is, and I know a lot of people said we deal with what we have when it comes to schedule, but we cannot start out slow. We got to start out hot. This offense has got to be.
Say it again, Jake. Say it again,
This
Jake.
offense has to start out hot because we still have a lot of question marks on defense. We don't have them question marks on offense. We have them on defense. So we cannot afford for this offense to be slow, not hot, not doing good, not doing the things they're supposed to be doing. We cannot afford for that to happen. And the preseason didn't show me enough. It just simply didn't. It didn't show me enough of this offense. And yes, I am worried.
Yeah, I echo that same sentiment, Jake. And also the fact that the past how many years in a row we have been terrible in the preseason just to come out and lay goose eggs in the openers. Like, bro, I'm not saying the preseason means everything, but we're certainly not on the right track compared to what we have seen before. So, yeah, man, like, I don't know. To me, I'm very worried about the play calling. Do y'all remember when we had Frank right here and the play calling was so terrible in the preseason that we were like, oh, it's okay. They're just running vanilla offense and defense for the preseason.
Yeah, he even said that he had better plays.
Yeah, and then we get to the game, and it's this rudimentary bullshit, man. It's like, I'm not saying that's what's gonna happen, but it's hard to not get some PTSD from that because of that.
I'm worried. Jake
Cole,
said it right
I still
there.
got you.
You muted
Cole,
people.
you still by your computer?
On the third preseason game, I saw a lot of changes. The third preseason game looked better than the other two.
Hey, you're great. You're right, Pickle.
Yeah, for example, ask yourself if you had a quarterback who actually know how to throw an accurate ball, we would probably scored a lot more than we did. Because if you go back and watch that, we had receivers open.
Yep.
I mean, we had receivers open now in the first half. Now in the second half, there was no offensive line there, so it was hard for him to get footing on anything.
It was hard to watch too. You ain't lying.
It was, but that's the hope I get going into this week one. But I still think we're going to be rusty anyway. So I think we're going to be as rusty as we were last year. I'm not certain that we can overcome the rust and stuff like that to win a game, the week one. But that's a conversation for probably next week or week after. So
you know what wasn't fair in that third preseason game? It was the best one I saw though. What wasn't fair is for those guys that are actually trying to make the team and bust their ass the whole time on offense to have to have Plummer or that new Bryce guy throwing them the ball, man.
Yeah,
that was a disgusting.
You're right. I was chatting with Anthony, and I kind of agree, and I chatted with the others too. In reality, it's hard. It's hard for anybody to evaluate the receivers when they don't have a quarterback that can throw them an accurate ball.
Exactly.
Because Plummer was so bad, and that, as much as I've been hyped up Dan Morgan, that's on Dan. Because Dan brought him back. Dan gave him the contract. I can't sit here and say Dan doesn't control the roster when Dan brings this crap back. So,
but can we be honest, Pickle? It was Plummer, Big Bryce, and Andy Dalton. They were all fucking terrible in preseason, bro.
Yeah. Well, now, Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton should not have been resigned. That man's ready.
He's stealing money, man. I mean, he thought everything was funny.
Yeah.
He's walking off the field laughing when he fucking.
If I'm Dan Morgan, and I'm not, I mean, I'm sure Dan's built better than my fat ass is, my fat belly. But if I'm Dan Morgan, and I could get anything for Andy Dalton, I'm trading him regardless of who I get to be a backup.
By the way, hey, shout out to Loud Pack. Luke says, love the show. Keep pounding. Beat Jacksonville, my Clemson brethren. Appreciate you, brother.
I wonder what college he cheers for.
Probably the best one there is, if I'm guessing.
Hey, look, Cody, I will say this real quick because I know what's his name from Louisiana. I keep forgetting. Chad. Yeah. Chad, bro, look, y'all ain't got no chance against the Clemson Tigers in this game, bro. I forgot that Nussmeier was still their quarterback.
You don't like Nussmeier?
I'm an LSU fan, and I actually have to agree with Swan. I'm not he's good, but he's not.
He's not good.
Let me tell you how untrustworthy I
He ain't LSU quality.
Bro, I feel like y'all are trying to reverse jinx a Clemson loss.
No, I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to do that.
All right.
With the roster y'all got, Cody, y'all shouldn't lose a game.
Bro, there have been multiple analysts that have predicted the Tigers to win the whole thing this year.
Yeah, that guy.
As much as it pains me, I have heard that bullshit too, though.
That guy on Walker on WFNZ predicted. I nearly threw up at work here. That Clemson I've got the Clemson Tigers going undefeated all the way to the national title.
Oh yeah, Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk Herbstreit put out his best quarterbacks going into the season. Cakes, loving it, baby. Let's go.
So can I say something real quick, Cody? Fuck Kirk Herbstreit.
Damn.
I have no love for that big head motherfucker. You saw how he tried to talk Florida State down in our undefeated season. He said he didn't think we should be in the playoffs.
He
is dead to us, bro. He is fucking dead to us.
Damn, you holding a grudge.
He cannot walk his ass on Florida State campus ever again.
Yeah, all right.
Cole, are you still in here?
Absolutely.
Hey, how do you feel about? I mean, is your prediction changed since the preseason?
What Kevin say? No, it don't matter.
What for wins?
Yeah, or just overall feel about the team.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to be 2 or 3 less wins than I predicted.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
We're going to be probably back to 6 or 7, and I had us around 9 or 10.
Yeah, I had us around 9 or 10. I'm at 7 or 8.
Well, here's my thing, guys, on the preseason. Okay, so you had look who had your biggest catch of the preseason. Who was that? Oh, that was not that was our. Now we picked number 8 overall, and that was from who? That was from Bryce Young. Right. So, who had our longest run in the preseason? Do you remember?
ETN.
That's right. Another guy that Dan Morgan drafted, and we put on this team. That why do those two things make you feel bad about this Carolina Panthers team? I think what really bothers fans is what we look like versus the Texans. We had this banger practice versus the Browns. We had another banger practice versus the Texans. But then when the game started, we was getting rocked. They was rocking that offensive line. And Dave said, you know what? I'm not risking this. I'm pulling them. And after Timo went down like he did, I would have pulled them all too. There ain't no way they staying in the game. There ain't no way they're doing another series after that. What does Cody always say? Don't even play him in the preseason. There's no point. The only point is to get him hurt. And I understand what other teams do. But when you see your offensive line go out here like we did against the Texans, which we know is going to be a good defense, I think it's probably safe to say they'll be top 10. Who knows? They could be top 5. I heard some people say top 3. I don't know if that's a possibility or not. Still a strong defense regardless in the NFL, okay? A lot better than the Panthers defense. A lot better than what our offense saw each and every practice. And have you thought about that? Have you thought about maybe our defense is inept and maybe our offense going out there practicing and scrimmaging against our inept defense set them up for failure against the Texans? Maybe that's the case. Maybe that's what we saw happen live in that preseason game. And what did Dave do? He pulled the plug. He said, yeah, we're not going to do this because both your tackles got beat on that last play of the offensive on the offense's time on the field. I would have pulled him too. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it was a smart move, Cody. I think it was a wise decision. You're making sure everybody stays healthy. We know good and well if Bryce Young takes a small injury to hold him out 2 or 3 weeks, what is that? 2 or 3 L's because there's nobody behind him. So moving forward, I don't feel that bad about it. I knew what our defense was going to be. But then I saw last night, Lathan Ransom stepping up, looking like a superstar, making play, doing celebrations in the end zone in the Bank of America Stadium. There's tons of reasons to be excited about this team, this Carolina Panthers team this year. Is it going to be perfect? Is it going to be pretty? Probably not. We're probably going to take some lumps. We're probably going to take some bruises. Might even take a couple cuts. But I don't think they're going to cut the leg of this team. This team's going to continue to fight, scratch, and claw, Cody, to get some wins, just like we did last year. Don't forget, 3 out of 4 wins in overtime. We don't give up. We keep pounding.
Yes, sir. We keep pounding. I'm so happy you brought up Lathan Ransom. Dude, doesn't he look like a young Cam Chancellor out there? Just laying the boom on people, getting that ransom money. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude is flying around the football field. I love what he's doing, man.
I love what Diesel Skills just said. But as much as I love it, a lot of Panthers fans are tired of hearing the positivity speeches at the beginning of the year. Still, what I thought Canales did was very dumb. So if you get beat on the play or whatever, then you put his ass out there again and let him not get beat on the play. Everything about preseason is reps. If you don't get, you got to get the reps in to start your season off. Like my man said earlier, we can't start off slow. And Canales is putting us in a position where we could possibly start off slow because we didn't get the right amount of reps in preseason. Pickle, last but not least, Pickle. When you do everything in your power in football to try to avoid injuries, what happens?
You get injured. He's got his headphones on. That's why I jumped in for him. Yeah, I got you.
Nothing. Diesel skills. He was perfect with what he just said, but the fan that loses every year is like, man, I got to see something different, man. I got to see something different. Why are you pulling him if he got beat? Give him the opportunity to go back out there and not get beat, and then pull him.
Because maybe it didn't fit like what he saw in practices, which is what I'm guessing. It didn't match what he saw prior. We came out flat. For whatever reason.
I know what happened in that Houston game. In that Houston game, we showed our hand. They game plan for what we did in practice, but we didn't game plan for them in that game. And that's why they whooped our ass, bro. The first 2 games.
I think
because
you might be right.
They game plan for what we were going to do, and then we ran them same plays at them in the preseason game, and they dogged us for it.
It's exactly what Dees was saying earlier. Canales is still a young head coach. And listen, I don't want to go down a road where I'm calling the head coach. He shouldn't be head coach. But he only had 1 year experience as an offensive coordinator. So he was hired too soon to be a head coach. But he is what we got right now. Is he a good offensive coordinator? Yeah, he's a good. I think he's an excellent offensive coordinator. Right. Eventually, maybe we can get a defensive coordinator that will literally run the defense and let the offensive coordinator / head coach run the offense, and we'll be good to go.
Yes, sir.
That's my hope.
Listen,
Prowling veteran. What's up, though?
What's good? What's good, Cody?
Chilling, man.
Good to see you again, brother.
Good to see y'all too. Hey, y'all over here letting Twan crash out.
I mean, he was speaking the truth.
He crashing out, man. It's preseason. Y'all got to stop this.
Yeah, but we say this every year, and we only win 1 or no preseason. And
then we go in the field and crash out.
Yeah, man. Like, we got PTSD around here, bro. Like, this is. It don't feel good no more, man. Saying this, it's just preseason. It's just preseason. Okay, maybe so, man.
Look what the Saints did to us week 1 last year, y'all. I mean, it's hard not to say about PTSD because I think about it right now still.
what 48-3 or some shit like that.
Yeah. There's no reason to think that. I mean, I would
Canales
like
was
to
not.
think.
Canales was not calling the plays, man. He's actually probably doing something that he should do, and y'all ain't paying attention to it. But it's okay.
Did
All
you
right.
say
He should.
Just
He's
come
probably.
after week 1. You come back and we'll talk.
Yeah, did you just say he's probably doing something that we're not paying attention to?
No, I said he's doing.
Canales
No.
called plays in the last game.
Hey, Jake, he
And
just said
Barrel.
probably.
I wanted this whole thing I've heard in the past too about Canales, like he's not calling the plays because he's trying to hide his playbook. They have a whole year. They have multiple years of his
Yeah,
playbook.
man, like he got the superstar playbook.
I mean, he can't hide those plays, bro.
Listen,
Hey,
it ain't
shout
about
out to my boy
high.
David, 17-0. Let's go, baby.
I don't know about that, but I don't. It ain't about hiding the playbook. I mean, obviously people know what he does. That ain't no. He's not. It's not like he's running any indiscriminately different playbook from some of the other coaches that are in there. But it's just about what changes have you made? What wrinkles have you added? That's what you hiding.
So he's going to continue to throw on first down. He's not going to run the ball as much as he said he's going to run the ball.
No, that's
we
going
already know he's going to throw about 5 screens to a running back in the game. It's nothing different from last year, bro. The thing it worked in Tampa Bay. It's just not working over here, bro.
And we also got Poppin back on the show. What up, Pop?
What up, Pop?
What up, y'all? Yeah, I'm just sitting here listening to all the complaining about your about your coach. Oh my God, he didn't call no plays in preseason. Oh my God, listen, guys. Unfortunately, you're not going to absolutely agree with everything they do, but they're pretty much doing some of the same things that everybody else is doing too. They're not trying to reinvent the wheel, and even though we've been losing this, that, and other. That players should have more snaps, but that's not how they're doing it. They want to see the guys in practice elevate their game than they do in the preseason game. In the preseason game, they want to see the depth. That's what they're looking at. I'm sorry, but that's just what it is. So you might as well just get over it. And I don't have a problem. Hold on, I don't have a problem with how he's going about certain things too, because if you've been looking. We have been banged up over the last 5 years. So I don't want to risk you I mean, yes, it's a possibility that you can get hurt at any time. And you might say, oh, it's scary. You don't play scared. Don't coach scared. But I'd rather have my guys healthy when it matters, not in a preseason game. I'm sorry, bro. That's just how
Would you rather have them healthy or ready? Healthy or ready to go?
How do you know they're not ready to go?
But
right, that's what I'm saying, because
it's never both with us. So look,
it's never going to work for you because we don't have any film. Remember, we're not going to be able to see anything for the next 2 years. So all you can go off of is what you don't like, and what possibly could happen. Bro, you just got to ride this ride out because you're not going to see anything.
We do it every year.
I just don't want to see the Jacksonville Jaguars blow us out of the water and then hear excuses after the game. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear
that then, bro.
I don't want to hear, well, maybe I should have let the guys play a little bit more, because we even heard that last year from Dave Canales. He did say that at one point in time.
But that's such a cop out to me, bro.
I don't want to hear that shit. I just don't. I'm tired.
He didn't say that. He did not say that until closer to the end of the season.
Okay, but he
not
did say it,
during
right?
Why say it at all?
He still
why say it at all?
Why not say it? Maybe because he's trying to because no, it's something called growth. It's something called growth. This is his first time doing something.
Hey, so
how do you know that?
Jake,
how do you know that?
If we get our ass
did you see something?
If we get our ass beat by Jacksonville, then you'll hear another slogan that we hear all the time. It's just one game.
Yeah.
No, you're going to hear a lot more crying. You're going to hear a lot more boo-hooing. And
Well,
after
listen,
and after a
Another
couple
two,
days,
another
after
loss.
about
you know,
after
That's
about
two
after
games
about
this
two or
early in
Okay,
the
three
okay,
days
season.
of
okay,
trying,
okay, okay.
That's
All right,
me.
so
That's
you
me.
already have
you've already denounced the
you've
team,
already
denounced the
right,
season.
right. You've already got your idea of how what you're gonna say if we lose. What are you gonna say when we win? Is
hell
all that
yeah.
crying
They
gonna
ain't gonna
stop
say
then?
nothing.
Then there
You'll
ain't
be
no
like,
point. That's why
Nope. They gonna make an
you might as
excuse.
well fucking
They gonna
wait.
make an excuse. They gonna make an excuse.
Right.
Who gonna make him an
So
excuse?
you might as well
and my
just wait.
deal
There's no
is,
need to be getting your tissues and your cottonelle. Bro, just relax and just wait till the
like, look,
game.
Are you kidding? That Cottonelle's
my
expensive.
thing
You
is,
might want to buy it now so you have
look,
it later.
what I'm saying is I know that everybody disagrees with me, but the idea that we're going to lose a regular season game dependent upon giving our starters a couple more reps in preseason is just a cop out to me. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it's
just a
true.
cop out to me.
It's true. And you know
No, it
what?
ain't.
This is the
I
crazy
agree.
part
No,
about it. This is the crazy part about it,
yeah,
Cody.
Patrick
This,
Mahomes played in every preseason game. I
He
Yeah,
get
played.
it.
but that
He
ain't
played
why they
tonight.
win the Super
All right.
Bowl.
It's not just Pat Mahomes.
That's not why they win the
Other
Super Bowl.
Jay, Tom Brady,
and
when he was in the Patriots, he played in every preseason game. But let's just act like we don't know nothing about that. All right.
Yeah,
Now,
but
but
okay, but that
let's
doesn't
let's
mean
be
that.
and guess
let's
what?
be 100% honest, Pickles.
How many
Pickles. Let's be
Super
100.
Bowls have the Panthers won? How many Super Bowls have we won?
But you're
None.
acting like
None.
that's the
None.
reason that they won the Super Bowl. I mean, come
I'm
on.
not. I'm not
Do the
acting like it.
Rams do
I'm
it?
saying it don't
Do the
hurt.
Rams do it? Do the Eagles do it? Like, what
Rams
game?
won. The Rams won the Super Bowl, and they starters didn't play not one
Yeah,
snap
not
in the
even
preseason.
one.
How many Super Bowls did they win recently?
But we ain't the Rams.
More recently than us. That's what I'm saying. You can find
One.
examples
Just one.
for all the
Just
things that
one.
you're looking for.
Just one.
But it
But
doesn't
they did
matter,
it
man.
though.
Like,
But it did
At
it.
the end of the day, I want this team to win. And I'm telling you right now, if
Yeah.
I'm
That's
wrong,
it.
I'm not scared to admit I'm wrong. Like I'll be on there. I'll still be here on every Friday. I ain't gonna be crying. If
I mean,
I'm wrong about something, I own up to my shit. I don't go hiding. I
yeah.
don't go hiding. I'll be on
but
here.
I mean, like, for all the snaps that our starters played these past 3 games, which one of those reps were like gonna be the reason why we beat Jacksonville?
None
You
of
know what I
them.
mean? Like,
None of them, because they didn't play. They didn't play long enough for it to fucking matter.
Exactly.
that's what
That
I'm
ain't
saying.
saying
It didn't even matter. It didn't even
Okay,
matter.
and that's what I said the other day.
it's not
If
setting the
this
team up
is
for a fast
always
start,
going to
man.
do, if this is always going to do,
Name one team that
don't
starts
fucking
fast.
do nothing.
Name one team that starts
So
fast
so so
in the
so
last.
A cheetah.
so what I'm saying is, if this all you're going to do, don't even take the starters with you. Fact is,
Leave my home, Pickle.
just forfeit all the preseason games, and you don't have to fucking worry about injuries.
Yeah, you just get rid of
Forfeit all the
But let me
preseason games.
ask this though. If they're going out there running a basic scheme, how much is that going to help them when they go into an actual game that they're actually going to scheme and plan for? Because you're not running none of those plays in preseason. What you just see, you're going to see something totally different when you go out there and play a real
No,
game.
Twan think he knows everything that Canales is gonna do, regardless.
So check this out. So my thing is this. I know you guys watched it too, right? So we kept right on talking about what our team shouldn't do and don't worry or whatever. When all I saw, every preseason game I saw, every team I saw was out there giving maximum effort. Except us. In the first 2 games, we was what, 53 and fucking 3 or 10? Every team giving maximum effort
What do we
except
blame
us.
for that? What do we blame for that? What's the reason for that?
I think you said it earlier, Cody. I think you said it when Twan, you had a great point talking about game planning. We don't game plan for the preseason, and that's a great thought. Why don't we do
You're not
that?
supposed to. You don't. No coaches do.
Shouldn't we prep everyone in the same way that we would for the regular season? Prep them for the team and do the planning against that team and make up a plan to defeat that team, just like we would in the regular season.
Preseason game. Every preseason game is players prepared exactly like they would in a regular season game. Every single preseason he had. Now, granted, we didn't win no damn Super Bowl, but we were ready coming out of the gate.
And let me read this C3 bomb. Let me
but we
read
were
this
ready
C3
to
bomb
rock
real
with
quick. Mr. Big Boy Swagger with the $5 C3 bomb says same exact offense from last season. Last season dropping 30 points on arrival, and y'all worried about the offense. Shake my head.
So these to answer your question, the reason why they don't because it's actually I think the assistant coach and somebody else's job to scout the team that you're playing like a week or two ahead, so they can put that game. But see, you can't do it right now because you got so many players out there right now, and you don't know exactly how you're going to attack them until they get their 53 roster cut, and then you'll go look at previous tape of what they did the year before, and they'll come up with a game plan of how they're going to attack you. It's kind of hard to do that in a preseason with all these new additions.
With 93 dudes on each team.
Right. That's what I wanted to ask, Nick. I wanted to ask that. Do you think that's part of the problem? Do you think that it's the fact that some of these players maybe go into the Falcons? Some of these players maybe go into the Saints? We see it every single year.
Yeah.
Do you think they're just deathly afraid to show them too much?
Right, I do. I think it's that, and I also think that my bad, Nick. I ain't mean to cut y'all. Go ahead, my fault.
No, I was just saying.
Go.
I'm saying that I
When you said
agree.
go ahead, I thought you meant for me to go ahead. Go, my bad.
But you said
Go
it
ahead,
too, so
I'm
I
muting.
Y'all dumb as hell, bro.
Listen, so all I'm saying is this. I agree with you because one, all these players are not staying. That's 100% fact that all these players are not staying, and some of them are going to other teams. So you don't want to show them all your hand right from the get-go.
You're doing it in practice. What are you talking about? You're doing it in practice.
I really didn't know. I really didn't know that all the years that Ron Rivera did it, he was wrong. I'm sorry. I assumed the Andy Reid know what he's talking about. Yeah, see what the hell I know.
Last coach.
Let me ask you this, Pickle. Let me ask you this, Pickle. Do y'all know that the last time Ron Rivera was the coach of the Panthers, they were cutting down every week?
Yeah, I do know that.
So it's different. And it's a different situation.
Yeah, but it's still don't right. It's also different rules, and it's still.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Pickle. Because I keep hearing you throwing out Ron Rivera. I ain't trying to get at you, but did Ron Rivera get us a Super Bowl ring?
He got us there.
I'm talking to Pickle.
Almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
I don't give a fuck. He got us there. It counts. That matters.
How many? Pickle. I just want you to answer the question. Did Ron Rivera get us a Super Bowl ring?
If you're not going to let me answer the whole question, I ain't answering none of it.
I only asked you one question. That was somebody else cutting us off.
I'm not walking in your little trap, dude. I know your little trap. I'm not walking in that. If I say no, he didn't, you're going to say yeah. But you know what? He took us farther than any coach in the history of the Carolina Panthers, including John
and that's
Fox.
wrong. That's wrong.
John Fox. No, we won more games than John Fox ever did.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
but Pickle.
But boys, this is what I'm saying though, that you can find the examples for all of it. You can find coaches that never played their starters in preseason, or you can win. Or you can pick Andy Reid, who wins almost every fucking year seemingly.
Winning solves everything.
My point being that if you have coaches that motivate and leaders on your team that know how to motivate and you are diligent in your preparation, there is no reason why the lack of preseason starts should be the reason why you lose a regular season game. That's all I'm trying to say.
And to me to throw my what I was trying to say, Pickle, is even though yes, Ron Rivera got us to the Super Bowl, but we didn't win. We all know that, right? So it didn't work. Okay, some of it, a lot of it did, but it didn't work. There's nothing wrong with trying something new and see if that works too. Because I know Steve Carroll got a ring. That means also, guess what? Canales got one too while he was there. So he actually got to sit there and watch it. I hope he's able to bring us one. But I mean, there's nothing. Look, they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Fine. Well, then you find a young dog that you can, and hopefully he'll be able to do that. I'm open to trying something new if it's going to get us a Super Bowl ring. I just don't see why we're crashing out over it.
Let me bring
Look,
my brother.
listen. Let me say this. Let me say this.
Hold on. Let me bring
I'm not
my
saying
brother
you
Pop
pickle. I'm
right
not saying
back
you
over
pickle.
here.
I'm not saying you pickle.
I
I'm just saying
want
in
to bring
general.
my brother Pop right back over there. What do you mean? What do you mean he didn't get it? Like it didn't work in that first Super Bowl. In the first Super Bowl, we lost
It
by a
didn't
Ron
work
Rivera
field
wasn't
because
goal.
there in the first Super Bowl.
it didn't
Ron
work
Rivera.
because we.
Let me finish. In the first Super Bowl, we lost by a field goal because our damn kicker kicked the balls out of bounds and gave Tom Brady all damn day to throw the ball by putting them on a 45 fucking yard line. And then
Well, that
all
was
they did was kick a field goal.
Is that coaching?
Huh?
Is that coaching?
That don't have nothing to do with the coach if a kicker kicks the ball out of bounds.
You sure?
Hell yeah, I'm sure. He didn't mean to do that shit.
No, Twan, my man, I think you're a little wrong. It does have to do with the coaching because, and I'll go into detail because we already would have had that game won, but instead of kicking extra points, Fox wanted to go for 2, and we couldn't make the 2-point conversions every time we scored during that Super Bowl.
What I'm saying is Fox didn't tell Casey to take his dumb ass out there and kick the ball out of bounds on the kickoff.
Well, you know what? Casey took us there. We would have never been there without Casey's leg.
Hey, well,
John Fox never went for 2 during the whole damn season except for the Super Bowl. Dumbass.
I said, don't take us there and fuck us over when we get there.
All I know is our trophy case is empty, so I'm willing to try something new.
Listen,
the water boy.
Listen.
A water boy with a ring.
I understand.
Will Greer got a ring too.
And I've been a long time supporter of power run football, just like a Stephen Davis type. That's always been my love. Now I understand this is a different age of football. I understand it's different coaching, so I have to accept that issue. Now, and with all due respect to everybody, including Cody Lack, because Cody knows it, I am never going to agree that starters shouldn't play in preseason. Just like he'll never agree they should.
I am never going to agree to that bullshit.
Life goes on.
And hey, listen, I'm gonna say this though. Let me say this. But one, the man literally said that he plans to run the ball more.
He said that
last year.
Yeah. No. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this though.
Right.
If Chuba Hubbard went down, who the hell was gonna run the ball?
It doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter.
Yeah, until he got
injured. And let me give you a little statistic. Let me give you a statistic.
Everybody would be like, "Oh, why did
Let me give you a statistic.
Do you not? Dude, brother, let me tell you what. You can give me that statistics if it makes you feel better. I don't do statistics. I don't think.
No, this is a fact. This is a fact.
You didn't say fact. You said
every running back who gets 400 plus touches the very next year gets injured, and that is a fact.
Okay, so what you're saying is we didn't try hard enough because of this year for last year. So then why do we allow Bryce to play so much when we know that if he plays too much, he shouldn't play? Well, maybe we should think about everybody.
That's not what I'm pickle.
Yes, it is.
No, it's
That's
not
exactly
pickle.
what you're saying. Yes, it is.
No, I'm not saying
yes,
pickle.
Yes, it is. It's exactly what you're saying.
Does a quarterback get hit every time they touch the ball? Does the quarterback get hit every time they touch the ball?
It depends on how good the offensive line is.
So let me
say every time a running back touches the ball, he gets hit. Every single
that's why running
time.
backs have a short lifespan. If you don't run the football because you're scared your running back's getting hurt, then you're a bad head coach and you should be fired.
But we should throw some context. We should throw some context into that.
That's not what I'm
Nick.
saying. You're not listening.
Sound scared,
You're not listening.
You sound like you want a scared ass football
No,
team.
I'm saying that I don't want to.
Exactly.
No, I'm saying that it's dumb as hell to run your running back into the ground.
More running backs.
But we didn't have running backs at the time, and that's what. And he has two now. He has two now.
They were available, sitting there waiting to get a job.
Hey, Pickle, picky,
put two now.
See blood pressure. Let
me help you out, Nick. So one thing I want to say is that To me, I think we have a balanced offense of what Canales calls. The problem is when you throw in context into the content to the context is we play from behind a lot. So that means you have to catch up by throwing the ball. If we actually execute like we're supposed to, then you will probably see us running the ball more. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case, was it, guys? No. So we had to play from behind.
I expected somebody to say some shit like that, and I was damn ready for it.
Here we go.
Well, hold on, Twan. Is that the truth? Is that the truth?
It is. I mean,
Okay.
that's generally the truth. But Pop, I would challenge you on this and say, how did we even get in that situation to begin with? Because he wanted to air that bitch out. He wanted to air that shit out in the beginning, in the first quarter all game, instead of setting up the damn run. Look, when you have to run the ball, we have to air the ball out later because you're down by so many points. Is for one reason, but you have to ask the question: how did we get in this situation? Because Canales didn't run the fucking ball like he said he would.
But let me ask you this.
But you know,
hold on.
He ran the ball 40% of the time. He ran the ball literally. You
gotta.
Hang on.
But if you didn't run the ball, you wouldn't have 1,100 yard running back.
Almost 12. 1195.
Thank you, man. Like it's a balanced offense, bro. We play from behind.
Yeah, let me tell you what I think about Canales when he says we want to run the football.
He's full of shit.
I think that's by design. I really do, because see, the defensive coordinator just says, I'm not going to tell you all that. Canales will tell you something that he thinks you want to hear, and when he goes to call plays, he's going to call what he wants to call. I don't mind that part. Because if all he's talking to are the fans, I would like honesty. But he's not talking to just the fans. Every opponent we make is watching that press conference.
Well,
I understand that.
How do you help Bryce out more, though? You help him out more by letting him turn around and give that ball to one of them 1,000-yard backs.
Let him get into a rhythm, Twan.
Let him get into a rhythm. He got to come out in the game and start airing the bitch out from the beginning.
I want Canales to just start telling us the whole. I want him to just tell the whole game plan from now on, so everybody just be quiet. We're gonna do this on first, second, and third down every game, bro. So that way, y'all won't have to say shit.
There has to be
hey, listen.
There has to be some misdirection.
Yeah,
let me tell you this though, Cody.
I saw
the truth ain't no better. I mean, he could be hiding his hand. His real hand is shitty too, bro.
I saw John Fox run this team for years, and Nick, you know what I'm talking about. It was 3 runs and a punt, or punting a punt. A punt is a good play. No, the hell it ain't. Never was. But a punt is a good play. I saw so much of that. Fox didn't have to scare anybody. Everybody knew from start to finish what he was going to do. That's why he ended up losing his job. But anyway.
Listen, but this is all I'm saying though.
They loaded up the Bucks every damn game, bro.
But we ran the ball last year. We ran the ball 40% of the time.
I said his first year. They said if y'all gonna make Bryce throw, then we're gonna load 8 up in the box. And then we're gonna stop all that shit.
But that really has absolutely nothing to do with what we're currently at. You're taking it back.
When you run the ball effectively, then you can go to the pass, and they have to respect it. If they don't respect you not running the ball, I mean your pass game, then they just gonna load up. But if you're running the ball, heavy like he said he would, and that's always been our DNA anyway. It makes the defense respect and not sit there and load motherfuckers up in a damn box. I think Bryce is going to be 10 times better this year. I still think
let me say this. To me, this season is going to determine whether we feel like Canales is a fraud or not. Like, he will show us this year if he is who he says he is. But, you can't go out there all the time. I understand you have to misdirect sometime, but you can't go out there all the time and say we're a run-first football team. We want to establish the run. You have 2,000-yard rushers, And then if we're making Bryce Young drop back all the time, it's at a certain point, it's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, why are you saying that we want to be a run-first football team if your actions don't display that? So this year, Canales is going to show us what type of coach he is. Like, if we should actually have faith in him long-term to be someone that can turn around this team. Because you have to have a balanced attack. If you don't, they're going to figure us out in no time.
But you know what the problem is, Cody? Even though you said all that, we're so worried about Canales running the ball. We got to stop the other team from scoring first.
Yeah. We got
So they get up 14-0. Guess what? You're not running the ball. You're throwing it. So let's worry about the defense. Let's worry about that defense right now, because I don't think I had a problem with running backs last year.
But you don't have to throw the ball a whole lot in the first half. Like, you don't have to air it out because you're down 14 in the first half. I understand in the fourth quarter.
No, I get that. No, I'm with that, Swan.
You always set Bryce up for the kill, bro.
Yeah, I know, and that's the way it's been. He's got like 5 comeback wins already, and we've on last drives, and we've only got 7 wins in the last 2 years. So yeah, quit putting it all on Bryce at the end of the game. We rushed for almost 1,900 yards last season, Twan. 20 teams in the NFL in 2024 didn't rush for 2,000. So, I mean, I don't know what we're arguing on the play calling, because, I mean, we're right there grouped in with everybody else. It's fairly balanced. But I understand what you're saying about that point. Like, if we get up by 14, Canales will pound the rock. He will run the football. And I guarantee you he'll do it this year. But if we're trailing, if we're down by 14, it's all passes. There'll be a bunch of 3 and outs like we saw last year. So I understand what you're mad about, Twan. I get that. I saw it.
Yeah, and if I can throw this out there, I think that is what some folks will call that Canales was too young. I mean, he got the head coach job, and he was only an offensive coordinator for 1 year. So it was actually a bad hire, but it could be Frank Wright worse. So it was all already. So right. So we got what we got, and I do like a lot about Canales. So besides, if I could cry up here all day, it wouldn't help none. So
right.
I just accept it.
I was about to say this stream's been up for 2 hours 37 minutes. I feel like we've been talking about this subject for the same length of time.
But
you're not wrong, Jake. You're not wrong. And listen, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm probably about to get people's final thoughts and then get up out of here. I'm running on about like 3.5 hours of sleep. Your boy is trying not to pass the fuck out.
Hey, Cody,
sitting here talking to y'all,
you a real one,
man.
Cody.
Yeah, man, we've been going nonstop this week. It feels.
Cody,
like,
guess what though, Cody? We do not care, man. You gonna stay your ass here for 3 hours.
I know, y'all don't care. I know.
Cody think he's slick. His girl is somewhere waiting on his ass, bro.
No, she's gonna wait some more. My ass is tired, bro. Oh man, but
there's some preseason games going on, y'all.
Yeah, I know that the Bears are getting whooped on by the Chiefs right now.
Yeah,
how's Falcons and Cowboys looking, Pickle?
Well, the Cowboys was winning because of Joe Milton throwing the ball, but this tight end named Flippy Franks just catches an out route and he takes it off.
Felipe.
The guy that used to play for us.
Hey, I'll call him what the hell. He's a Falcon. He's Flippy.
That's Flippy Franks.
They call this motherfucker Flippy.
That boy was on our team last year.
Yeah, I know he was on our team last year. And fact is, I tell you a secret, if you play Madden and you switch him from tight end to quarterback, he's actually rated higher than Andy Dalton, even in last year's Madden.
Dude, that's
He's a better quarterback than Andy Dalton is. Fact. That's a fact.
I mean, currently, you're right.
I thought he was a quarterback in college, but I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe that's somebody else.
He was. And Atlanta decided.
What was it at Florida State?
Pop with the jab.
Damn, another one.
Who was the quarterback in Florida State?
Flippy Franks.
Felipe Franks.
Felipe Frank, come on, get the fuck out of here.
Flippy. I like Flippy. I'm a pickle.
It was somewhere down there in Florida.
Felipe Frank's not no damn quarterback at Florida State.
Florida Gators.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay,
man.
it was
So
one
look,
of them.
y'all ain't got to go home, but y'all got to get the hell up out of here because we about to close the show.
I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going fucking nowhere.
Yeah, that's
He
fine.
said I ain't leaving.
My ass right here.
Hey, you stay here if you want. Let me get everybody's final thoughts for the free for all. I
How
appreciate
about we
all
just
of
get
you,
your
man.
final
It's been
thoughts?
lit.
How about we just get your final thoughts?
All right. I think the Seminoles
And
might win
let
3
these run the
games.
show.
I think the Seminoles might win 3 games this year in the ACC.
I bet you one of them 3 gonna be against Clemson.
I think my Tigers are gonna win another championship this year, and I think the Carolina Panthers. I'm gonna end it on some optimism. We're gonna come out and we're gonna burn up the Jacksonville Jaguars week 1. And what? What's
you know
up?
we're gonna lose now.
Oh, shut up, man. Shut the hell up, man.
I wish you hadn't said that.
Popping bullets, my brother. Give me your final thoughts.
Yes, sir.
For the bro.
Hey man, I'm so happy that they signed Taylor Mouton.
Yes, sir. The
best. And keep pounding. You know I got to mess with Pickle a little bit.
Taylor Mouton.
Shout out to Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboys who makes a 65-yard field goal. Too bad we didn't have a kicker make a 65 fucking yard field goal. Cody, we should have brought up kickers today. I want to know. Sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna get another.
Hold on.
We're gonna get another kicker.
I don't know what that was. What that sound like? Sound crazy.
I'll tell you a little hint. The Pittsburgh Steelers has 2 kickers. An older veteran that they love and he's under contract, and this young guy they just brought in to help the older kicker.
Ben Saul, he's good.
Ben Saul that ain't missed a kick since he's been there.
I'm saying you should have finished that sentence though, bro.
They only go keep one kicker. One of them's going to get cut. Now, maybe that rookie we got,
Ryan Fitzgerald.
Yeah,
Fitzgerald.
Carolina Panthers guy.
Anyway, Fitzgerald been looking good the last couple of games. So you gonna pick up Saul and hope like hell he stays good, or you gonna keep the rookie kicker that you got already?
You asking me?
Keep our rookie because I think he's gonna be a really good kicker.
Yeah,
I'd rather keep Ryan Fitzgerald.
But if you're the Steelers and you know somebody wants a kicker, I'd trade his ass for it, couldn't he?
Hey,
they probably will.
Loud pack Luke. I would never cheer for some bitch ass Tiger Paul.
No, who was it that called me Flippy?
Put that in the backstage. We ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Hey, man.
Oh damn! You kicking him out because he.
Yeah, we ain't doing that shit to him.
No,
we ain't doing that
probably
shit
ain't
to him.
wrong.
I'll put you back into one, but you ain't gonna talk about my Tigers like that now.
They need a flappy pickle game on
You
C3.
forgot who runs
Man,
this
fuck
shit.
Clemson, man.
See how he is? Always cutting up. Always cutting up. Oh, loud ass. Oh, Seminole fan. Mad that they can't win the fucking championship in the past decade. I think that's why he's
Listen,
upset.
hold on, Cody. You know you're doing that man dirty. You talk bad about his team.
Yeah.
When he gets you back.
It's all right. Next time I run a space,
While he knows who the kings of the ACC are, the Clemson Tigers, but Twan knows that. You know what? I'm gonna let Jake go before Twan, so he can sit and think about how bad what he just said was. I'm gonna let him stew on
Mine's gonna be quick, y'all. I appreciate everybody in here, y'all, in the panel that joined today. I mean, we have our arguments. It's still at the end of the day, it's keep pounding. I love every single one of y'all. It makes for great conversation. And I'm still looking forward to week 1. I really am excited. I'm ready to watch the football game with y'all. And I appreciate everybody coming out here joining and watching the show as well. Keep pounding, y'all.
Keep pounding. Now, let me let Tawan back in. But first, be smoking that FSU pack this year, bro.
Over here with these bitch ass little kitty cats, man. This mother trying to talk me up about some orange fucking.
Be smoking that Seminole pack, Tawan.
Bitch ass. Ain't nobody
Be smoking that Seminole
Hey, look, bro.
pack, Tawan.
Don't you ever say you the king of the ACC ever again. Cut that bullshit
Fuck
out, bro.
Joey Sly.
We
Fuck
don't.
Joey Sly.
How about this?
No, he didn't.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
First of all, you know your coach ain't on that time. He ain't cool enough to do no shit like that.
Hey, Jake.
Yeah. You don't
Hey,
know?
Jake.
Yes, sir.
Joey Sly just kicked a 63-yard field goal.
Are you serious? Who's he kicking for?
The
I mean,
Titans.
but listen, y'all know as well as I know that Joey Sly, if he gets it lined up right, he got the leg to get it there. We all know that.
Yeah, he just can't hit a 25-yarder.
Yeah, but I'm just surprised that he made the accuracy level.
The 17-yarder is just too much for him.
Hold on. He literally would make the ones that you would think, oh, he's not gonna make that, and then he would miss the ones that
he's trash.
No. But see, what they're going to end up doing, because these kickers are making these long field goals look easy, they're going to start backing that bitch up. Now a good field goal going to be back or about, or extra points.
Hey, bro, y'all see how Pickle tries to extend the show?
He was, man.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
When you know I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. God damn, Pickle, shut the hell up.
Extend it, Pickle.
This man just made me spit my drink out, Cody. Why'd you do that?
You got 14 more minutes, Pickle. Extend this shit.
Nick, I appreciate you, brother. Give me your final words for the
Appreciate
football,
you,
bro.
Nick. I'm glad you've been here.
Hey, listen, yeah, I appreciate y'all too, man. I'm gonna say this though. This is gonna be some 704 crime. Stop all that goddamn whining, fucking Twan.
Yeah, Twan. Stop all that whining, Twan.
I have a prediction that when somebody needs to connect to get on to 704, it's going to be staticky.
Yep.
Maybe so. Twan, Don, give me your final thoughts for the free-for-all, bro.
Well, first of all, fuck Clemson all day. You know what I'm saying? All damn day.
Smoking.
Damn, he's ugly. Look at that nose. Look at that nose, Twan. You ever seen a bigger nose?
Man, that motherfucker like he could put a tennis shoe on.
Y'all think I won't put both of y'all old fucking asses in the background? Put y'all in timeout for some old ass men. Timeout. Y'all think I won't? Come on now. We're going to try this again. And if Pickle brings up a kicker, I'm going to kick his ass out for good. If Twan says some shit about my Tigers, I'm going to kick his ass out for good. We're going to try this again. Twan, Don, give me your final thoughts for the free-for-all. It's your final shot, bro.
Hey, well, you better put your finger on the button, man.
I know it. All right. All right. That's you know what? These dudes are acting ignorant tonight. So just take us out of here, brother. Just save me from this chaos, bro. Please.
No problem, Cody. I won't hold us back tonight. We had a great conversation. Appreciate everyone in the chat and everyone that watches this video tomorrow. Thank you for joining and be a part of this, the longest running Panthers podcast, the C3 Panthers podcast. Hey, join the C3 Legion on X. We are exclusively on Twitter, nowhere else. Come join us there. We've got chats, we've got conversations, we've got spaces, we've got live shows, especially this weekend. Pickle will probably be doing one. He often does Morning Minutes 2 or 3 times a week. Tons and tons and tons of more Panthers content. If you're looking for more Panthers content in the C3 community, join the C3 Legion here on X. We're here for you to chop it up, about these Carolina Panthers, not just for us to talk, but to let you join the conversation, just like we do here each and every Friday night at 7 p.m. on the Friday Free-For-All. Look for the C3 Panthers podcast once again at 9 p.m. on Tuesday. Come be a part of the show. Put in your cat call at 252-228-5098. And here at C3, Cody, it's where the fans matter.
Keep pounding, C3 Legion.